Is your job going nowhere? It's a new year. Time for a new career in IT. My Computer Career has slashed tuition. So what are you waiting for? Campuses are open. Attend in person or live online. Hands-on learning and lifetime career services help you succeed. And you could start your career in months, not years, even with no experience. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
The Brian Bailey Show.
The head coach of the Pirates, Cliff Godwin.
Pitching-wise, a lot of guys have stepped up. Nick Logish is not even the same person that he was last year. Garrett Saylor's a lot better. Cooch is better. Josh Groves is better. So a lot of guys have just done a really good job of getting a little bit better every day. And over the course of about 8 months, they've turned themselves into a pretty good pitcher, one that we can rely on. And obviously, they all have stuff that they still need to work on. But just that excites me a whole lot.
The Brian Bailey Show, Mondays at noon, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Hey, this is John Grillo, the Bagel Man. You know I love bagels. I don't settle for frozen bagels. That's why we make our bagels right here in Greenville from scratch every day. If you're coming into Bagel Man, you'll notice that there's some renovation going on. Our menu is bigger and better than ever. Our sandwiches, heroes, subs, salads, wraps, bagel dogs, fresh baked pastries, and our new coffee bar. Soon we're going to be opening for dinner. Don't forget Bagel Man for all your catering needs on Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
At US Cellular, we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. Right now, you choose any phone and we make it free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,000 people and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, or go directly to our job postings at bit.ly/PCS employment. That's bit.ly/PCS employment. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student and every staff member every single day.
The best place for delicious food and great prices is Familia. Familia has something for everyone, like New York-style pizza, lasagna, chicken, veal, or eggplant parmesan, homemade meatballs, plus a variety of seafood selections and favorites, like the steak burger and southern pork chop. If you need food to go, Familia's drive-thru window is open and ready for all takeout orders. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College, and FamiliaNC.com.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
There's local politics, bud.
I don't care about the weather. I can't control the weather. Don't want to talk about the weather.
Do we not agree? Sustained effort and violence.
You
could be a total goat rodeo.
Cool, neat story.
Was that supposed to be funny?
This is why nobody else can get on the Sug boat.
You know what? We couldn't get on the Sug boat.
It's a test.
What's the point of kissing his ass if we can't get on the Sug boat?
It's a test. Y'all are haters and non-believers.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, it is game day in Eastern North Carolina. It is game night for ECU basketball as they will take on the UCF Knights tonight in Minges Coliseum, 7 o'clock. We'll talk about that one and a lot more today on Pirate Radio Live. Thanks for tuning in on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930. Also online at pr927fm.com. You can watch our program on Facebook Live and on YouTube. And we will be monitoring the chats if you would like to chime in with a question, comment, concern, birthday, anniversary, or otherwise. So we've got a lot to get to on today's program, including a chat with Seymour coming up at about 3:25. Since we've last talked to Cy, the Pirates have not played well in the first half, but have played pretty darn good in the second half of games. We'll recap a little bit of the Cincinnati, talk a lot about the win over Memphis, and how has this UCF team had East Carolina's number over the years. Pirates are trying to keep their home winning streak and snap a long losing streak to UCF tonight at 7 o'clock. We'll talk about it with Cy Seymour coming up in about 25 minutes or so. At 4 o'clock, we'll get to know Garrett Short. He is the number 2 man at WNCT Channel 9. And we'll talk about Bailey's new understudy. He's been around for a while, but it'll be our first chat with him here on Pirate Radio. We'll get to know him, talk some sports, ask him how he's enjoying covering ECU athletics and the local high school athletics around the area. So Garrett Short going to join us in the Pirate Radio studios at 4 o'clock. At around 4:30, we'll talk to the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. What does he think about the number tonight? East Carolina, a 3-point underdog against UCF. We'll talk about that, and it's a great slate of college basketball. We'll go over tonight's games and look at some NFL playoffs with Jeff Nadu. Later on in the 4 o'clock hour, Stephen Igoe, Hoist the Colors, will join us at 5 o'clock. We'll talk Pirate hoops, Pirate football, maybe some ECU baseball as we are getting closer and closer to opening day for the Pirates. We have a great show yesterday. Brian Bailey talked to Cliff Godwin. So if you're in the mood for some baseball talk, how about a full hour of it with the head man himself, Cliff Godwin? You can watch that at any time on YouTube, download it, and listen to it as well. So we are here ready to go. We got Shirley Rhodes and CJ Schaefer in Studio B. We've also got the Chan Man, Chandler Honeycutt, here inside the Pirate Radio studios directly to my left. Hello, Chandler.
What's up, Clipper?
Steve Hill also added a clipper to the chat. Josh Thomas says 4 hours till the Sug boat sets sail. Sug. How will he follow up last performance? 17 points, game-winning shot.
Can he do it again tonight?
Pirates going to need all hands on deck tonight.
How are we going to react if he hits another game winner tonight at the buzzer?
Let's relax. He's not going to do that. It would be mathematically
That's why I said if.
Impossible for anyone to hit a buzzer beater in 2 straight games. Has it ever happened before?
CJ McCollum, I think, did that this year in the NBA.
Speaking of CJ's wearing sunglasses. Why? I know the reason. I just want you to say it. Can't hear you.
Cannot hear you.
Cheap plug for the Minges Maniacs.
Minges Maniacs are urging fans, students to wear sunglasses tonight.
I was almost silenced over here. I have to get the word out.
Yeah, you can't be silenced. Now, I saw a tweet that said everybody wear sunglasses tonight. Not for any particular reason. We just think it would be funny. Like, is that true, or is there really a reason?
That's it.
Okay.
Yep, that's all.
All right. So are you?
But then somebody commented and said it's because the future is bright for ECU basketball.
Yeah. So bright you need shades.
And then Minges Maniacs replied and said, "There's your reason."
Okay. And the reason is you, as Hubastank once said.
Did you just say Huba Stank?
No, I said Huba Stank.
Huba.
No, Huba Stank.
Huba. And his last name's Stank?
Do you not know Huba Stank?
I'm afraid not.
Wow. I mean, you probably shouldn't.
Huba Stank.
This is early 2000s, like, emo.
Right up my alley.
It's like alternative rock.
Exactly.
That's definitely not me.
And the reason is, what was their other song?
I know that
Crawling
song.
in the Dark.
The Reason? I've been crawling in the dark.
That's the one.
Yeah. The Reason is by Huba Stank, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just now learning about Huba Stank.
So that guy on Twitter didn't give us the reason. Hubastank gave us the reason.
I'm just now learning about the stank.
You are today years old. Well, you're riding around in your Jeep with your broke radio singing And the Reason Is You, and you didn't even know who it was by.
Reason is you. I did not know it was by the Stank Master.
Redbeard says you will have second row seats to see the Sugboat.
What did that ticket say? I don't want to post the tickets on.
It says courtside, but courtside is... We're not going to go over this again.
And they say, what section are you in? I'm going to say what the ticket says, and that says courtside. Now sitting courtside.
Yeah, right. So are the Minji's Maniacs courtside?
Nope.
Why not?
You know why? Because there is a barricade. Is that a word?
That barricade didn't stop anybody from storming the court.
That's right.
I think Shirley correctly called it a divider yesterday. Barricade sounds more like... I don't know.
Like spike strips and
chain link fence.
But there is like a fence or a divider.
It's not a fence.
Like a divider. That separates the people that sit in the lower bowl.
The commoners from us.
Yeah, the normal people.
The norms.
They're not courtside.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you who is tonight.
Second row.
Clip Brock and yours truly.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
you'll be able to see us on the TV.
Speaking of which, I have in my hand.
Oh, whoa! What are we about to do?
I have in my hand 4 tickets to tonight's basketball game.
Who are they for?
They are for somebody listening right now. Now, before you even think to call, here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to come here, pick up the tickets, attend the game. I want 8 butt cheeks in the 4 seats, unless you've had
2 little butt cheeks.
Unless you've had some kind of like meat slicing accident or tractor accident where one of your butt cheeks was sliced off and you only have one. I don't want to offend anyone that only has one butt cheek. But you're going to have to come pick up the tickets before, and I have not told you to call yet, so whoever that is,
you're done.
Disqualified.
Make sure you can come pick up these tickets before 6 o'clock today. Let's say 5:30 today. Let's say 5 o'clock today. Let's say get here in the next 2.5 hours. Pick these up and go over to Minji's tonight. 4 tickets in section 213 can be yours. Shirley, let's open it up to... Let's go caller 3 right now. Caller 3. Call in if you want tickets right now. 317-1250. I have 4 tickets in section 213, and they can be yours. All you got to do is come pick them up before we're done with the show today.
And the seats should be still warm from Saturday night.
Yes, and we expect you to be loud, proud, and... What's one more? We need a third word that rhymes with those. Loud, proud, and...
Make a lot of sound.
I don't have anything better right now.
And give Stephen Igloo hell up there.
Yeah, make sure you give Igloo heck.
Stephen Igloo.
All right, so I think Shirley is answering the call as we speak. We're going to give these tickets away so you can enjoy tonight's basketball game, Pirates and the Knights. We're going to wait a moment for Shirley to do this because we have something that we were talking about on yesterday's show that we're going to play here in a moment. Is Troy in his office, CJ? I don't want him in here. I just want to know if he's here.
Oh, he's coming now.
Oh, boy. I don't want him to come in. No, okay, he's in there. Just tell him to stay. I just want to make sure he's listening. Yeah. Hey, I just want to make sure he's listening to the show because I just want to make sure you're listening. All right. Okay, he's here. He's listening. So when Shirley returns to us we'll find out who our winner is and we're going to play something momentarily. Who's our winner, Shirley?
Daniel Andrews.
All right, Danny Andrews.
He said he's literally around the corner, so he should be here in the next couple of minutes.
Well, how about that?
Literally or figuratively?
Literally.
I don't see him. I don't see him.
I don't even see a corner.
All right, so
why does Chandler get to sit over there?
I don't know. I didn't really make the decision. He kind of made it.
You are the captain.
He made it on his own. Sometimes
he doesn't have his captain's hat on.
The past few times I've asked you, and now, I mean, you've said yes every time. So I just kind of...
Yeah, he can sit here. He's got nothing better to do.
Okay.
All right, so yesterday on the show, Troy D had an idea. He said, there was an old show called The Love Boat, and he said, we should come up with a song. And we had it clean. We had it dry of Troy laying down some tracks. So I was like, why? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It sounded good yesterday. I think it would sound great to some music. So we put it together. This is just a little something, Shirley, that we can mix in with the Sug. We got something new. Here we go. Let's hear it right now.
The Sug Boat. He's winning basketball games for you. The Sug Boat.
At the buzzer! At the buzzer! Brandon Sugg has hit the shot!
The Sug Boat.
Sug.
The Sug Boat.
Very well done.
I don't know why he does that particular voice, but
the Sug Boat
sounded pretty good, right? Yeah. So
wow.
Surely we can mix that in with our Sug. John Moody, by the way, apologizes for being late to the boat. He said he was on the Sug boat getting ready for the post-game casino party and cooking some chicken wings. So,
there you go.
Sounds good, John.
So here's the deal. So the guy that came up with the Sug Boat, and now the guy who sings the Sug Boat theme
is not
on the boat.
Correct.
And?
Are you finished? Are you done?
Wow. Hey, we were trying to go over the four Sugsmen.
Yeah.
Is the fourth one Craig? I think Craig reminded me,
now Craig.
Could it be Craig?
This is kind of funny because you came up with the official term Sug Boat, and you're not on the boat. Right. Troy has the official Sug Boat song, not on the boat. Craig is the one that sent me that captain's hat like 2 years ago,
and he's not on the boat.
And pretty sure Craig's not on the boat.
Oh,
so
I hate that we cannot find that fourth Sugsman.
Well, I think he sunk.
He didn't come out of the water with the boat the other night.
Mayday.
It was like,
Sugsman overboard. Sugsman overboard.
So he's like the Jack in the scene in Titanic. Don't let go, Jack. And he sinks all the way down to the ocean, never to return.
You want to hear a fast fact? I have never seen Titanic.
What?
The ship sinks.
All right.
Spoiler alert.
Well, whenever you decide to watch it, make sure you have 3 hours of time to spare.
I don't plan on watching it.
Bear in mind, if you ever do, that's 3 hours you can't get back.
Redbeard says...
I liked it.
Redbeard is kind of... He is self-proclaimed muscle for the Sug Boat. He's not on the Sug Boat, but he
runs security.
He runs security.
Yeah, keeping guys like Chandler off the boat.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have to worry about getting me off the boat because I'm not wanting to get on it anymore. I face the facts.
That's what somebody who's trying to get on the boat would say.
I've come to the reality of me not getting on the boat ever.
Yeah. How about tonight, Chandler? How you feeling?
Tonight, I don't know. You just...
Okay, well, I'll answer it. And when you get your thoughts together, let me know.
I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for that question.
Have you thought about tonight's game at all?
Not really.
Okay. I want you to think about it, and when you're ready, give me a little tappy tap.
All right.
And then I'll go to you. Good news, Pirate fans. I don't feel good about this game, just like I felt bad about last game. Chandler has tapped in. He's ready to go. I'll finish my thought. Last game, it was a perfect storm for East Carolina to lose, and to lose pretty big. And that's what I was thinking leading up to the game. I was right for about 12, 15 minutes of that game, and then the Pirates made it closer, ended up winning the game. I feel like tonight I'm feeling UCF by 7 or 8 points. And that could be a good thing because I was off last game, and I hope I'm off again tonight. All right, Chandler, you have tapped in.
I do not like that and it's the first time in a long time. When I say a long time, it's the first time since 1956, from the 1955 season, that the Pirates have gone 10-0 at home, and that's been brought up a lot. And that just seems to worry me. And I know it's a reason to get people out there to Minges like we saw on Saturday, and what a great crowd there was on Saturday night or Saturday afternoon for the Pirates to squeak by Memphis. I just don't think that the crowd will be to that caliber tonight. Hopefully it will. I'm expecting a pretty good Tuesday crowd.
Isn't it? Shouldn't we expect a good lower bowl?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it's been pretty consistent while the students have been here all year.
Oh, no. Yeah, no doubt about it. In fact, I think they're chasing, you can correct me, CJ, I think they're chasing like a record when it comes to student attendance.
They are, yeah.
But the other night, the other day, Saturday, looking over to the left and seeing like the upper section of Minges just filled.
That was impressive.
That was awesome to see. But hopefully the students do come out tonight and create a lot of noise, but I still am not liking that JJ Miles will be out again for the Pirates tonight with a leg injury. So I don't know. I really didn't feel good about the Pirates' chances on Saturday. I'm going to be the same way tonight. I don't really. If I had to bet money on the Pirates, I wouldn't. So,
well, Josh Thomas says he did, and he did the other night, and I think he always does. So I don't know if he's a good barometer on feelings. Shirley, hit the Sugboat music real quick. Which this might kick us off of YouTube and Facebook, but Troy said to do it, so it's okay.
The Sugboat.
Kevin says
he's winning basketball games for you.
For someone not wanting to be on the Sugboat,
the Sugboat.
Chandler talks about the Sugboat an awful lot.
Of course.
Okay, I'm just reading comments.
Of course, because I came up with the Sugboat.
John Moody points out that Chad wanted to be on the Sugboat. He lost the vote 2-1 the other night. So
who voted?
Myself, John, and Josh.
Oh,
I voted no. I think Josh.
You were the lone no?
No, myself and John voted no. Josh voted yes. You know what's even more fun than the Sugboat is not letting people on. That's the best part of it.
Yeah, it's so fun, isn't it?
All right.
I do want to say this to finish up my thoughts. Pirates cannot get behind like they did on Saturday and expect to try to climb back. I want to see this. I mean, just
that's their thing now. How about a return to?
They're a second half team now after Keith said it the other night.
How about here's another prediction. I think we return to our previous form, and we have a halftime lead tonight. And then we try to hold on in the second half.
I say we come out swinging.
Like Wilson Phillips once said.
I say we come out swinging tonight. Like, do the opposite.
Are you just repeating everything I say?
Just do the complete opposite of what we did Saturday.
How about you do the opposite of what I say?
I'm doing the opposite.
Join the Sugboat.
I'm not on the Sugboat.
CJ, I gotta say, you look cool with those sunglasses.
You are a cool dude.
Like, you got something going on over there.
I mean,
and the mustache.
That's a word for it, I guess.
I think the stash with it looks cool.
Yeah.
I don't wear sunglasses.
Are those your sunglasses?
They are mine, yeah.
Oh, I know there were some in there. I just didn't know if you put them on.
Oh no, these are from my house. These are mine.
Dang, that's a cool dude.
That right there, cool guy.
Dude.
Thank you.
Sunglasses give me a headache. All right, moving on. Okay. Anything else?
Know what to say.
Anything else on this game before we move along?
I want to point out this has.
We got another pointer over here.
Yeah, we're pointing that way. This has the makings of a game where the Pirates could lay a dud. However, it's important to note it's not like UCF's been lighting up the world either. They've won one game in the month of January. So far, they're 1-3. That lone win is against Memphis, but they have losses to Temple, losses to SMU, and a loss to South Florida
They just
by
got
24.
blown out by South Florida.
Yeah, so it's not like they're coming in here hot.
Yeah.
If you hope for the Pirates to come out hot tonight in the first half, they are plus 1.5.
First half?
In the first half.
I want to see you losing it in your courtside seats.
Just throwing that out there.
The second row boys will be loud, proud, and making a lot of sound. Is that it?
The courtside boys. The courtside kids.
A lot of sound.
A lot of sound. Doesn't rhyme with proud. But I get it.
It kind of does.
Also, coming up tonight on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
We'll look at some other games. North Carolina, both of the, I say both, two of the Triangle schools are in Florida tonight. It'll be Miami, who is hosting North Carolina. Florida State will be hosting the Duke Blue Devils. So, a couple of games going on there. The Bonnies in action tonight. Big ball game. Shout out to Mark Lindsay. As St. Bonaventure is on the road at Dayton. Should be a pretty good one. Top 25 action beginning this Tuesday at 5 o'clock. Baylor at West Virginia. Baylor a 6-point favorite in that one. Kansas taking on Oklahoma later tonight. And Iowa State is at Texas Tech. Tennessee will be at Vanderbilt. Looking around the American, it'll be the Houston Cougars in action tonight, taking on South Florida. They are big favorites, and that is the only other American game outside of UCF and ECU.
Have you mentioned, because I'm bad at this, have you mentioned that East Carolina at Houston on Saturday will now be a nationally televised game on ESPN2?
On the Deuce. So the second row boys will be watching that one on TV on the 2.
On the 2. Second row boys.
Correct. Like, to use a Troy D analogy, if we were actually courtside, that would be like Houston and ECU playing on ESPN.
I thought you were courtside.
We're not. We're on the second row.
Chandler?
I'm done arguing that.
All right, moving on. Let's take a break. When we return, we'll talk to somebody who will be courtside for tonight's game. Seymour.
Look, listen.
I mean, you can't get no closer to the court than Cy.
You could be on it.
If you're on it, you're not close to it. You're on it.
You know what I'm tempting to do tonight?
My head hurts.
The Steelers were close to
Okay, hold on a minute.
making it to the second round.
Wait a minute.
But they didn't.
You know what I'm tempting to do tonight?
Hey, we're closer to the court than the Steelers were to winning the other night.
That is true.
Why is...
You asked for this.
No, I didn't.
You spoke up.
But if there is empty seats in the front row, I do want to try to hop in there.
Okay, yesterday you said if I tried that, I'd go to jail. I see your tune has changed a bit.
Hey, I just grew a wild hair. And I'm living life in the fast lane. Because we are second row boys.
I think there's a 45% chance, which is pretty close to 50, that we'll be courtside tonight.
There's a 45% chance Washington made the playoffs.
I cannot wait.
There's a zero that they didn't make it.
There you go.
I cannot wait to be put in handcuffs on national TV, or not national TV, but on the ESPN Plus tonight.
See, you don't know. Take us to break. Guy don't know courtside, national TV. He didn't know the terminology. Definitely not a Sugbo guy.
Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of Pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
Burgers, wings, hand-cut, hand-breaded chicken tenders, fresh salads, and cold beer is the starting lineup at Tiebreakers and has been keeping customers happy for 20 years. Tiebreakers' family atmosphere is the perfect place to come watch your favorite team play while enjoying a great lunch or dinner. In a hurry or looking for catering options? Get Tiebreakers to go. That now includes the new curbside pickup by ordering online at tiebreakersnc.com. Tiebreakers.
Safety comes first at Greenville Utilities. Did you know that by itself, natural gas is completely odorless? As a safety precaution, a chemical is added to the gas that gives it a distinctive and unpleasant odor. This allows you to detect the slightest amount of natural gas both indoors and outdoors. If you smell a strong odor of natural gas in or near your home, you should immediately call Greenville Utilities. GUC maintains staff around the clock in order to provide immediate response to emergencies such as natural gas leaks. You can count on GUC to keep safety job number one.
Woo! Papa John's just took their fresh, never frozen dough and hand stretched it New York style. So you can fold it or not. Hang on, right though, I fold it. Get a New York style pizza from Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, the new Papa John's New York Style Pizza is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
What's the big deal?
Where can you get pizza, bread twists, specialty chicken, and more for just $5.99 each?
Is it at Domino's?
He hands off hand-tossed pizza and a marble cookie brownie. He's going!
There's a lot of variety on the radio and at Domino's too, where you can
mix and match 2 or more. $5.99 each at Domino's.
2-item minimum. Pan pizza, bone-in wings, and bread bowls will be extra. Ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, delivery area, and charges may vary.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, are you ready for some Warren's hot dogs? Warren's Original Hot and Judy's Mild Sweet Chili Hot Dogs have been the official hot dog of sports fans for over 30 years. Pick up a tailgate special this football season of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. Warren's in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the new Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
This is Brian Packard, ECU former baseballer. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you in outside sales and looking for an opportunity to increase your earning potential? Well, CopyPro has been in Eastern North Carolina for over 45 years and continues to grow each year, and they are in need of more sales professionals with a desire to potentially make a six-figure income. Do you have what it takes? Visit copypro.net today to submit your resume and to learn more. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, back with you here on this Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. College hoops tonight, Minges Coliseum, 7 o'clock. Quick update on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard for those wondering. Canisius and St. Peter's are tied at 41 as they are playing in an afternoon basketball game in Jersey City, New Jersey. And at 5 o'clock, Baylor and West Virginia will play. We'll keep an eye on that one while Igoe's here right now. We'll get you set for tonight's game in Minges as the Pirates take on UCF and also recap what the last week has been like for Pirate basketball with Seymour. He'll be on the call tonight on ESPN+. Cy, appreciate your time as always. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, Cliff. Always good to talk to you.
Yes, sir. And, man, since we last talked, the Pirates have struggled in the first half and put together some really good second halves of basketball. We saw it against Cincinnati, and that lead was too big to overcome. And we thought 19 points down to Memphis, it'd be more of the same, but somehow, some way, East Carolina gets back in it and hits a shot late. Brandon Suggs, the game winner Saturday in a Rocket Menzies Coliseum. That was a fun one, Si, on Saturday.
You know, it really was a fun game to watch, and it really, it's a testament to the ECU fans. You see what happens when you have support. They never left. In other words, somehow they believe that team, it wasn't over. A lot of times you'll see kids foul out. They never fouled out the ball game. They never left. They stayed and kept pulling, and all of a sudden you win the basketball game. I think part of winning it was in the first half when Joe Dooley had to use 3 timeouts. I mean, he was down to nothing basically in the second half, except for one. But my point is, he kept them in it. They cut it a little bit before the half. It was as high as 19, and then they cut it back. And then the second half, I thought a key possession was the first possession of the half. Memphis doesn't score, he goes down and scores. Instead of it being a situation where you're down 16, ECU scores, it's down to 12, and then it began to sink. So, and it stayed there. It stayed between 12 and 10 and 10 and 12, and ECU just did a nice job.
And so one of the comebacks are great to watch. I love when a team goes full court press, it gets a little frantic out there, and the other team starts to make mistakes. And Joe Dooley and his Pirates were good in the press, forcing some turnovers. There was one possession where East Carolina got a steal, gave it back, and then stole it right back, and I think went to the free throw line. But it was frantic there towards the end. East Carolina executed the press well on Saturday.
I always say that under 2 minutes, especially under 2, you've got to control the bat. If it's an away game or home game and you've got the lead, you have to protect the basketball and hit free throws. In other words, Memphis didn't do that.
Yep.
They didn't protect the basketball, and they missed the free throws. If you'll remember, Tyler Harris, for them, who's a 4-star kid, one of the tops there, he missed the front end of a 1-and-1.
Yeah.
He's a 81% free throw shooter. He missed. And then Quinones went to the line down the stretch, and he made 1 of 2. And when you look back at what they did, that's what you can't do. I mean, that's basically 2 possessions that you got 1 point out of. And ECU, the other end, Brandon Suggs hit 2 big free throws. I thought Tremont played a great ball game. He's playing really, really good off the ball and on the ball. Tremont's playing well, and of course Jackson and Tristan and the big man Frank, they all played well. It's a team win like that. ECU has to have something from everyone. The coaches did a heck of a job rotating and getting things done.
After that front end of the 1-and-1 miss, East Carolina came down. Tristan Newton had the ball, got into the lane, dished it out. And how about that 3 by Jackson to tie it up with 1 minute left? Brandon Suggs hits the clutch game winner. Newton hit a big 3 and some free throws, but that 3 by Jackson was huge right there in the corner, and that really got the place going.
One of the things that Jackson, Joe Dooley says it, ball fake but shoot it. In other words, a lot of times he'll ball fake, get you up, and then he'll dribble and shoot and pass it. Nobody can shoot like Jackson. Let him shoot it. And he took it to the side and knocked it down. And that's what you do. And buddy, he is coming through. And that's what you saw from him, the potential as a freshman in college. And it's coming out right now. I mean, listen, the other night 35. Then this game he hits key buckets. He can do that at 6'9". And again, when you talk about the portal, ECU did fine in the portal. They did a good job in the portal. So, yeah, big time shot by Jackson. And ECU, give credit to the coaching staff for making sure that we got the whole second put on it. And while they're talking to the referees, Joe is planning an in-pounds play. So you got to give ECU the entire program. That's a heck of a win.
Cy Seymour joining us. Cy, we've seen the minutes go up for R.J. Felton. He got the start. Javon Small has played quite a bit the last couple of games, which I think you told me earlier in the season, expect to see more of him. Brandon Johnson's minutes have gone down. We've talked about Joe Dooley playing matchups, going with different lineups, different looks. Is this just what we've seen from the opposing teams here of late? Why are Brandon Johnson's minutes and his production down here these past few games?
Not his fault. Listen, and Coach Dooley is look, if Jackson's playing like he does, well, Brandon's a 4. He's not a natural 5. So if Jackson's playing like that, it's hard to get him out of the lineup. Okay? When you put him in the 5 position in that kind of game, and he's going to get well, that's not fair. So, and Frank played well. So
yeah,
his limits were cut down, not because of Brandon, not at all because of Brandon. It was because Vance Jackson was on fire, and he has been the last 2 games. And look, Brandon's a freshman and playing great. No complaints from Art Felton or Brandon or Small. They're all playing really good as freshmen. Physically, they're way ahead of where they should be. So I think Joe Dooley, when you look at the future of this program, there's a lot of good pieces out there that are getting to play against some really good competition for some minutes. So it's we've talked about this, Clip. Remember before how we've talked that our best players make the all-freshman team because they play 30 minutes.
Right.
Remember how we talked about
that?
Yeah.
This is the way it should be, right? The way it is now.
That's right. This year, you're seeing you're not getting as much time because your upperclassmen are getting time. That's building a program. Your freshmen aren't having to win the basketball game. So that's a big deal. I think he's really playing well.
Seymour joining us will be on the call tonight on ESPN Plus as East Carolina hosts UCF. What is it about these nights, side? They've had some good teams. Remember that team that was a layup away from beating Duke in the NCAA tournament? They've had some down teams as well, but they have had East Carolina's number over the years. Pirates trying to snap a long losing streak to the Knights coming up tonight. How about this year's team there in Orlando?
Yeah, this goes back to Spiro when he was coaching them. They have always had great players. And look, and I tell you, you think about a golden job, the transfer portal, and you can go to Orlando, Florida. I mean, so when you look at his ball club, and Dawkins, he's a good coach now, don't get me wrong, pedigree of Duke, he's a good coach, but he gets Perry from Louisville, who, by the way, started 26 games before he went to he's a starter at Louisville when they were loaded. You've got Mahan from Texas A&M, and then you've got Walker from Oregon. You've got 3 guys, 162, 165, 168. Listen, Walker's a treat. He's a 5-star player, 6'8", can literally jump out of the gym. I mean, he is a freak athlete. Then they've got the big guy inside, who can do the same thing. He's 6'11". This is a really good team. Isaiah Adams, who's a 4-star recruit, the highest recruit they've ever gotten. But these kids were all 4- and 5-star recruits, and go figure them out. They beat Memphis by 10. And then the next night, I get home from ECU's game, and I watch them play against South Florida, who's in last place, and they lose by 23.
Yeah,
and they're that good. Tomorrow night or tonight, excuse me, we're in it is Tuesday. You could go in and they could hit lights out. You just don't know, but they've got the horses. That is a talented ball club. So this game, you better bring it if you're ECU, and guess what? Central Florida better bring it. They're coming off a loss. They're going to be ready to play. So, right now, I look at the league, 9 teams have at least 2 losses or more.
Yeah.
It's a crazy league. And tonight, you hope if you're ECU that you play just like you've been playing and hard as you can play. But Central Florida, they just beat Memphis by 10. I mean, that's the kind of team they are. They beat Michigan by 14. They beat Miami, who beat Duke.
Yeah.
So if you think this is a fluke team coming in, and oh golly, gee, we should beat you. No, you said right. They're a talented team, and they've owned us.
And they are 3-3 away from home this year. East Carolina, a perfect 10-0 at Minji's Coliseum side. I believe it was Brian Bailey yesterday who said that first time with that record at home since the 50s, I want to say. So Pirates have protected the home court this year, Si.
Yeah, they've done a great job. And so when you talk about history, I was trying to think who has had any more talent than this Memphis team that's been in Memphis. And I was thinking back of the games that I know. And I went back to the 70 team of Al McGuire with Reebok, Roach, Owens, and Riker. Now, I know those four. But I know those four were all four-star All-Americans from New York City, and they beat ECU. And then I think about Calipari's teams. I think about what Marquette coming in with Dwayne Wade.
Yeah. Wake Forest had some NBA guys when they came here. I remember that team.
And I'll tell you right now, when I go back, I think about Calipari's team, but the most talented team that ever came in here, other than Memphis, was that Wake Forest team.
Yeah.
And probably 3 NBA starters, Aminu and 2 others in the starting lineup. But the difference is we lost by about 40. This one, you beat a team, the most talent I've ever seen on a team. I'm telling you, when you've got the number 1 prospect in the NBA, number 7, and number 30. I mean, minus number 30. So this team was loaded. And then you got Landers Nolly, who could not play, who was all ACC, and Williams, who those 2 guys may be their best 2 players, but you're still loaded with 4-star guys playing against you. That may be the most talented depth-wide team I've ever seen come into Greenville.
Si, you're still active on the broadcast and animated, but can you imagine Larry Brown at this age still chewing out referees like he was on Saturday, still doing it after all these years?
I love it. You know what? Larry Brown is, to me, they've got a spark over there, and he loves it. That's the whole thing. When you look at the lifers, they never quit. He's right into it, and I guarantee he didn't miss a play. He knows what he's doing, and I love him standing over there. I was going to go over to him prior to the game because he's always been a good interview when he was at SMU. And I want to say thanks for getting back in this. We need you in college basketball, even though he's 80-something years old. But he had a couple of guys, we thought it was Dave Hanners, somebody over there talking to him, and I didn't want to bother him. But I think Larry Brown is one of the bright spots of college sports and a tremendous brain, and Hardaway's right to have him. He was working it just as hard as anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Working on the official all they could.
No doubt. Saw him down there on Saturday. Seymour joining us. Will be on the call tonight. East Carolina taking on UCF, 7 o'clock, Minges Coliseum. Pirates looking to get to 11-0 at home this year. Before we let you go, how about them Cowboys?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Cliff. You know, Cliff, when I think about it, I really believe after watching that game, Joe Montana at his age could have beaten him. and then I thought John Brody could have beaten him, but I don't know if Brody's dead. I just don't know. I'm just trying to figure it all out.
Yeah.
But it's got to be crushing to the Cowboys.
Oh, man. I think they just got another penalty, while we were talking.
They might have. Wait a minute, did they get that 2-inch mark to whine about, or was it something else?
I tell you, it's kind of a loser's mentality with our team not in it. But man, I was smiling ear to ear on Sunday afternoon.
Misery loves company.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No doubt about it. Who you like, Si? Have you who you like the rest of the way? You Packers or Chiefs or Bills? Who's going to win it?
Outside. Now this is totally outside. I love Buffalo. If they're on, they can beat anybody.
I mean, they were on the other night, weren't they?
Yeah, the center. I saw them earlier in the year, and I don't watch it like I used to. But
yeah.
I saw them earlier in the year, and I thought, this guy's got a cannon. If they're on, they can beat anybody in the whole business.
Yeah.
Now, can they do it? I'm saying that's a Cinderella team for me would be the Buffalo Bills.
Well, that game against the Bills Chiefs this weekend, one of the best divisional games I can think of in the last few years. That's a great game.
That will be a wonderful contest. It will be just so much fun to watch. And I enjoy every play. I kid the Cowboys, because they're in the Reds or Boston.
Yeah.
But the truth is, that's a bitter loss for those guys. They really thought they could win that one.
Si, great stuff, man. Have a fantastic call tonight. Hopefully some more Minges magic. You've seen a lot of wins this year. In fact, you're undefeated calling games this year, Si.
Undefeated. I didn't think about it. I am undefeated this year. Listen, I enjoy working with Patrick, but I miss Jess, and Mike's doing a great job on radio. and David Horns over there. It's just a good group of people to be on the table with. And you know, Clip, you're not kind of like me. We love the game.
Yeah.
We just enjoy the effort those two teams put out. I literally felt sorry for those younger kids from Memphis, but you're not that sorry. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a great win for ECU.
Cy, great stuff, man. Have a great call tonight, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Look forward to it, man. Take care.
Cy Seymour joining us today here on Pirate Radio Live. Will be on the call tonight on ESPN Plus, 7 o'clock tip-off at Minges Coliseum. We will take a timeout, come back, and wrap up hour number 1. Coming up at 4 o'clock, we'll talk to Garrett Short. He'll join us for the first time, WNCT Channel 9 Sports. We'll get to know him, talk some ECU high school sports and more with him. Coming up at 4 o'clock, Jeff Nadu later on in hour number 4. And at 5 o'clock, Stephen Igoe, Hoist the Colors, is here with us. We'll wrap up hour 1 when we return after this.
Grow Rug 26 is coming to Greenville March 25th through the 27th. This is DJ Fossil from F3 ENC, inviting all men to sign up now for this leadership training event. The Grow Rug training events are designed to help men become high-impact men by reinforcing the F3 mission of invigoration of male community leadership. To register or to learn more, please visit f3enc.com. That's f3enc.com. Remember, you don't have to be great to get started, but you've got to get started if you want to be great.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has more American Airlines flights. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
At Union Bank, we understand you live life on the go. That's why our banking options are designed to serve you, wherever you are. If you want to meet us in person at one of our local branches, complete banking tasks on the go from the mobile app, or bank from your office with convenient remote deposit and cash management services, we're everywhere you need us to be. Whether you're simply managing a busy schedule or an entire business, we're right there with you with personalized service and helpful tools. Call or visit us online at unionbanknc.com. Union Bank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom with Team Coop Strong. We want to invite you to the Coop Strong race on March 19th. This unique race has a 4-mile course, a ruck division, and an awesome after party. Proceeds support the local nonprofit Coop Strong, which provides financial support for those fighting ALS, scholarships in memory of Dr. Nelson Cooper, and funding for ALS research. You can sign up at runtheeast.com and follow Coop Strong on Facebook for all of the details. As always, we appreciate your support, and go Pirates.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar in Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
Hey, this is John Grillo, the Bagel Man. You know I love bagels. I don't settle for frozen bagels. That's why we make our bagels right here in Greenville from scratch every day. If you're coming into Bagel Man, you'll notice that there's some renovation going on. Our menu is bigger and better than ever. Our sandwiches, heroes, subs, salads, wraps, bagel dogs, fresh baked pastries, and our new coffee bar. Soon we're going to be opening for dinner. Don't forget Bagel Man for all your catering needs on Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
Hey dads, it's back. Plan to join us for our 6th annual Daddy-Daughter Dance Friday, February 11th at Rock Springs. This event will be a fun night of games, music, photo keepsakes, raffle tickets, and of course, dancing. Best of all, 100% of the proceeds will go to Daughters for Dads, which supports local families affected by cancer. Sponsorship opportunities are also available. Purchase your tickets today by going to eventbrite.com and search for Daughters for Dads. We will see you Friday, February 11th at Rock Springs.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Pirate Radio.
We have a standard for the way you're going to play, and we're going to start making sure that we point out those that are meeting the standard, and everybody else has to rise to that. You have to. There is no choice. You have to rise to the standard, because the standard is what wins.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. For the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner, be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. Join the close to 51,000 followers today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is Clip Rock.
Alrighty, back with you here inside the Pirate Radio Studios, Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Let's take a look at the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Buck.
Buck.
Right now we are watching St. Peter's and Canisius. Why? Because it's a live game on television, and St. Peter's has a 54-52 lead, just over 3 minutes left to go in that game. Got another game tipping off at 5 o'clock. Baylor, who was undefeated at this time, last week, has lost 2 in a row. They will be on the road at West Virginia, so we'll keep an eye on that in our last hour. Light night in the NBA tonight, just 2 games. Timberwolves at Knicks and Pistons at Warriors. Hornets, I don't know if we mentioned it yesterday, Chandler. Gray went on the road by the Hornets yesterday. Miles Bridges.
Unbelievable.
28 points in the first half.
22 in the first quarter.
And great game from him. Terry Rozier. The Hornets went on the road at New York. They will be at Boston coming up 7:30. Oh, no.
On ESPN, and that is never good for the Bugs.
Nah, you don't want them to be on national TV. But we'll be watching that one Wednesday night at AJ's.
Yep.
While we play some sports trivia coming up Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. Want to give a shout out to the greatest football minds here in the Pirate Radio building. Of course, I'm talking about CJ Schaefer and intern Jalen, who are a perfect 6-0 in their picks, their wild card weekend picks. Jalen is here. Jalen, congratulations. Would you like to make a speech after your win?
Speech.
Shout out to Mike McCarty and shout out to Joe Burrow.
All right. 2 shout outs. One to the doofus coach, one to the winning quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals. Jalen, you going to the basketball game tonight? You can pull the mic to you.
Say UCF or USF?
Hold on.
That's a big difference.
It is a big difference, but does it matter? If I say one, you'll go, and the other one you won't go? Is that what's happening here?
Nah, I'll go either way. I don't.
All right, I was wondering why you were asking. They play UCF tonight.
UCF. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be there.
You're there? 7 o'clock. All right, Jalen's going to be there. Myself and Chandler will be there in the second row. Oh, so now you're saying second row?
I mean, everybody's against me.
Nobody's against everybody. See, this is the problem with the world today. When somebody states a fact, you're like, "Oh, you're against me." No, the people are stating facts. We're not. We're on the second row. That is a fact.
No, we are on the second row.
Exactly.
Courtside.
Craig on Facebook Live says Chandler seats are courtside to the courtside seats. That should clear it up. I mean, we're so close. We can almost taste it.
I just don't. If on the ticket, when it says section, under section, the word is courtside.
Correct. Now, when we go to the game and sit there,
Whoops.
What was that? I thought that was like my brain. Like I had a song going in my brain that I wasn't aware of.
No, I forgot the microphone was
Chandler, when we're sitting there tonight, when Jack Nicholson went to those Lakers games and had the shades on, looking all cool, he was courtside. Spike Lee is courtside. Purple shirt guy for the Hornets,
courtside.
Definitely courtside. We hate that guy. We are second row. Second row boys. Second row boys, though. Gonna get it done tonight.
Let's go, baby.
Second row boys. All right. Looking forward to East Carolina UCF. We'll talk about that more coming up later on with Stephen Igoe, Hoist the Colors. Jeff Nadu will get his thoughts on the spread of the game. I think it went from 3.5 to 3 in the Pirates' favor, but UCF still a favorite tonight. And we'll talk to a guy who's been covering some ECU athletics, some area high school sports. Garrett Short from WNCT Channel 9. He's going to join us when we return and kick off hour number 2 of Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. We'll get to know Garrett and talk some sports. When we return on Pirate Radio Live, we're back with you after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week. Plus, the Buck has live music every night, along with football. The Buck has a brand new 15-foot 4K screen, the only one in Greenville, and over 18 big screens with all your college and pro action. Sunday Fun Day will also be stocked with the biggest Bloody Mary and Mimosa bar, along with the NFL Sunday Ticket and food trucks out back. Check out the Buccaneer Music Hall. Open every day, noon until 2 a.m., with live music every night, and now football and food trucks during the day.
0% alcohol, 0 grams of sugar, full Budweiser flavor. For all the moments you want a beer and need to stay on your game. Budweiser Zero, 0 alcohol, 0 compromise.
It's a new year and we have some exciting news at Angel Oak Home Loans. This is Talbot Green and I would like to introduce you to the newest member of our team, Braxton Green. I've known Braxton his entire life because he's my nephew. He is also a recent ECU graduate and has lived in Eastern North Carolina his entire life.
This is Braxton Green and I'm looking forward to working with you with your next home loan or refinance. Give us a call at Angel Oak Home Loans today at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250 and 685842. Equal housing lender.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
Get the best of the best for less at Bostic Sugg Furniture. The best name brand furniture at savings up to 15% off store-wide, plus 12 months special financing. Save on the best looks for your home. Save up to 70% off clearance items or get 72 months special financing. Get your best night's sleep on a comfortable new mattress with 72 months special financing. It's better than the rest. It's the best of the best, and it's going on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, and if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Matt Driscoll. Please join us at A.J. Fletcher Music Hall or live stream on February 17th at 7:30 p.m. when Durward Ensemble will be on the campus of East Carolina University presenting works from our upcoming album, Prophetic Revolutions, and a world premiere by ECU alumna and Miss America 2019, Nia Franklin. If you would like to learn more or support our group, go to our website, durwardmusic.com. We look forward to seeing you Thursday, February 17th.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at Arc Point Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust Arc Point Labs to give you quick and accurate results for all your laboratory testing needs. If you are in need of COVID testing for your return to school, work, or for travel, Arc Point Labs is offering same-day PCR and antigen testing with little to no wait time. Please visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina Arc Point Labs locations or make an appointment now at onehourcovidresults.com. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? We'll keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio for 18 years. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Barak.
Already back with you here on Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. Got the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, joining us later this hour to talk about ECU UCF. Look at that three-point line. Also, the other action going on tonight in college basketball and a divisional round of the NFL playoffs coming up this weekend. Stephen Igoe, Hoist the Colors, joins us at 5 o'clock right now. We are joined inside the Pirate Radio studios by Garrett Short. He is with WNCT Channel 9 here in Greenville. He is Brian Bailey's number 2, working in the sports department. And Garrett, we appreciate you joining us for the first time. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. People have seen you on TV, and we wanted to get to know you, talk some sports with you. So first, let's get your background, Garrett. Where are you from?
I'm originally from a small town about 40 miles south of Chicago. From there, went to school at Indiana State, which is pretty much known for just about one thing, and that's Larry Bird. And then the last few years, I've been working up in Minnesota, which is a heck of a lot different than North Carolina. And now I'm here, and it's been pretty good few months.
So Indiana State, I didn't want to do the cliche Larry Bird thing. Like, who are the other famous alums of Indiana State? Do you have a list?
That's kind of about it. No, they've had their moments of athletics and stuff, but honestly, it's not exactly known for a whole bunch of big names.
Sycamores is one of the coolest names.
Sean Mania, I believe that's how you say his last name, pitched a no-hitter a few years ago against, I believe it was the Boston Red Sox.
Okay.
He used to pitch, at least last time I checked, for Oakland.
All right.
But that's
I'm looking at the list right now, and Tommy John, most known for the surgery. But he, I guess, was an Indiana State baseball player. And that's about all we got. So.
Yeah, not a huge university. Yeah, 20 years, just give it time.
Thad Matta, I remember him as the coach of Ohio State, also listed as famous alumni from Indiana State. So are you a Chicago sports fan?
Yes. Sometimes I advertise it, sometimes I don't, depending on how the teams are doing. You kind of get to pick and choose, but yeah, sadly a Bears fan. That's probably the one I follow along with most. Bulls, some, White Sox.
So why White Sox and not Cubs? How does that work out?
That's an interesting story. So I grew up on the south side, but my parents, my older brother, were all Cubs fans. However, my uncles were Sox fans, and I think I just kind of like to be a thorn in the side of people.
Right, yeah.
And my uncle said, hey, I was like 4 years old. He said, hey, you want like $5 to be a White Sox fan? I was like, yeah, sure, man. You know, when you're 4 years old, $5 is like, oh, sweet, that's candy. So.
And they were good. This is like, what, mid-2000s?
Yep, that was a few years before they won it all. So you know what? It was a great decision. 2005 came along, and I was a happy kid.
All-time favorite White Sox.
See, that's it. I loved Maglio Ordonez growing up, but that's because he was like right in that sweet spot when I was, 8 years old.
Yeah.
He's such a good player for a very short amount of time. But, if you're going to go with like all time, I'd probably say Frank Thomas, just because how does one large man swing one piece of wood so hard outside of who's the famous lumberjack with the blue ox?
Paul Bunyan?
Paul Bunyan. It's basically Paul Bunyan playing baseball.
Yeah. That was my era, the Big Hurt. I played first, as a kid, so I had the Frank Thomas high top cleats and stuff, and did all that. All right, so hey, White Sox are good now. The Bulls are good now.
Yeah, some
The
injuries
Bears
right
are
now.
not.
I don't know if the Bears will ever be good. I've been watching their search for a head coach and GM, and it's like, okay, how is this going to go wrong? Because you know it's going to.
Owner of Pirate Radio, Troy D, a big Bears fan. So
And his office is right there, so after this segment, you can go in there and cry together.
Yeah, give him a hug and wallow in self-pity.
But do you mind if I go in there and join that session? Because I'm a Carolina Panther fan, and I need to let it out.
Trust me, we're two sides of the same coin, kind of, because it's nothing but pain on that team.
Luckily, I'm a Washington football team fan, so I got a lot.
I don't know if that's a lot better or worse.
It's not. It's not. A lot of sadness in this room right now when it comes to the NFL. So you say Minnesota a lot different than North Carolina. What are the I guess temperature is the first thing I think of.
Yeah.
What else stands out about the two?
The temperature is the main thing right now. It's freezing, and there's several inches of snow on the ground. The fact,
Which I guess you're used to that.
Growing up in the Chicagoland area, we'd get a decent amount of snow. But in the last few years in Minnesota, all of a sudden wind chill would get down to -30, which is never a thing here, which is really, really nice. Although I do miss the snow somewhat, just because I grew up with it. I like snowboarding, but it's the other big thing, at least for coverage-wise for work, hockey. High school hockey up there is so big. They love it so much, very loyal. They pack those ice rinks. And, football is much bigger down here. That's kind of the attention grabber.
So in Greenville today, this is a pretty nice day to you. Compared
yeah, this is hilarious. And people are talking about it being cold the last few days. Oh, no, it might snow. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Go 5 miles an hour slower, you'll be fine, I promise.
Have you been able to make it to a Canes game?
No, I have not yet. I'm not a huge hockey fan. I really enjoy the sport. I'm not even a huge Blackhawks fan, which is funny because they were the most successful Chicago sports team in at least recent history. But man, going to especially high school games in Minnesota, there's nothing like it because they just get so amped up about it. It's a lot of fun.
All right, so in your line of work, you guys tend to kind of bounce around finding a home. So how did you land here in Greenville?
Well, I actually spoke with WNCT Channel 9 2 years back right out of college as a possibility. Didn't happen, but it kind of always hung in the back of my mind of, I've never lived outside the Midwest before. That was kind of tantalizing for me of, hey, let's get out of the middle of nowhere, kind of.
Yeah.
And ECU being here was a huge draw. I work with Brian Bailey, who's obviously probably forgotten more about sports in this area than I'll ever know about it.
He's a good guy to attach yourself. He's kind of the unofficial mayor of Greenville. So
it's not saying it's irritating walking around with him, but man, everyone hey Brian, it's like, man, and he remembers their names, which is so impressive. I forget people's names so easily, but he's just been around so long. And ECU's been great. Obviously, they've had a great year for athletics. The football team did so well. Basketball has been, all I have been thinking of lately is, cardiac Kemba when everything was going on. It's just been a heart palpitation and
every game's been
craziness for basketball this year.
And football was kind of the same way. So when did you get here to Greenville?
September. I actually believe I moved here on the day of the South Carolina game.
So
pretty early on.
So he's been here a while.
Yeah. Have you, were you able to enjoy something you probably couldn't get up there, like in Eastern North Carolina summer at the beach or anything?
I got there, a few days here and there.
Okay.
I like being outdoors, so I've been able to bounce around. But I have not seen much of North Carolina, and that's something on the to-do list.
So you got to experience a pretty good year of ECU football. That's good, and you're experiencing a fun, at least home season when you're covering the games of basketball. So that's a good thing.
Good luck. Just kidding. I actually left at halftime of the Memphis game because I had to get back for the 6 o'clock show, and then of course they make the comeback. So maybe I'm not good luck.
So are you working tonight?
No, I'm not. I am off.
All right. So
we need you to leave at halftime.
If you don't go to the game, leave at halftime.
Go at first, and if things are going poorly, then leave.
Then head out of there. How about covering the high schools? I heard you and Chandler talking about this a little off the air, but how much you enjoy. And there's some good football around here, but a ton of great hoops as well. When Farmville, Kinston, those teams.
And what's funny is like when you're so immersed in one sport, you kind of put the others on the back burner. And I hadn't experienced basketball yet, so I didn't know how good Farmville Central was, how good Kinston was. Some of the really bright young stars in the Greenville area at Rose or South Central. And then all of a sudden, when sports switch, you go to games, and all of a sudden, you see people throwing down alley-oop dunks. It's like, okay, yeah, that's pretty good. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, there are a ton of great players here in this area, and baseball, softball will be the same with Conley, Rose, South, all the schools around here. So you got some good sports to cover. How much are you enjoying Eastern North Carolina as a whole so far?
It's been really good. You were talking to me about culture shock before we went on, and one of the main differences is the barbecue.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Midwest barbecue, you got the thick, sweet sauce and stuff, and it's more vinegar-based around here, but I still enjoy it. It's kind of sampling a part of America that I've never stayed, long-term in, and now I can drive to the beach. It's an hour and a half maybe, but it's still a drive to the beach, and I'm all of a sudden at the ocean, it's pretty cool.
What I love to bring up the food top. What foods do you miss that aren't here, and what do you like that you didn't have an option for back there?
Well, obviously the seafood thing is really nice around here. If you want to have good seafood, you can kind of go anywhere, and for the most part, you can kind of assume it's going to be fresh, considering it's not like it's a very far drive to the ocean. Chicagoland, food. I do miss deep dish pizza, but that's kind of a very concentrated portion of America that has that anyways.
And that's the pizza that's not, I'm not trying to offend. It's almost like almost like a pie or a casserole. Yeah, correct. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to.
It's stuffed with cheese and absolutely delicious. It reminds me of home.
Okay, all right. So I don't know. We'll try to find you some good deep dish
any pizza joints out there. Got me any way to whip that up? That'd be great.
We got plenty of great pizza options around here. I'm not sure if we have what you're looking for. All right, so we've hit on pretty much the get to know you portion of the segment. So how about what are you focusing on right now? East Carolina high school basketball, anything else you're covering over at Channel 9 that you enjoy?
Those are some of the main things. I think coming here has also given me a chance to focus on some of the professional sports as well, because you don't really pay attention a ton to the Hornets if you're out of state, but all of a sudden they're doing pretty well. The Canes are doing pretty good. So it's kind of been a pretty good year, knock on wood, over the last 365 days for sports outside of maybe the Panthers.
I wish the Hornets were looked at as more of the state's team, but it's so far across the state.
It's a long state. I didn't ever realize that, but I've driven across it a few times. It's a haul.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, let's talk NFL playoffs. I don't know, who stood out to you wild card weekend? What stood out to you?
One of the things that I've been thinking about, the fact that I don't like the Cowboys, which is where I differ.
You fit in well.
Yeah, differ from my coworker. So seeing the 49ers win was nice. However, people keep saying that they have a good chance to beat the Packers. As a Chicago Bears fan, I've seen Aaron Rodgers enough. It's not
team owner, right? Aaron Rodgers owns the.
Gosh, let's not get into this.
Okay, all right. Sorry about that.
It's I think there's a few really good games. I just don't think that game is going to be very good. I just assume that Rodgers is going to deal. The game I'm looking at, though, is the Chiefs and Bills, and I think it kind of stinks that this is happening so early in the playoffs, because these are two of the most dynamic teams if Buffalo plays well.
That's Sunday, and hopefully the games are as good on the field as they are on paper. But Chiefs, Bills, Bucks, Rams.
Yeah, those are the two.
That's
good
awesome.
Games.
Awesome day of football. And Saturday looks like you're going to have your two home teams win. There is it's a narrative, but I guess it's true. Aaron Rodgers has lost games on that field in the playoffs before, so it wouldn't be unprecedented. But you
never
don't see
know.
It happening.
And people are talking that people that know way more about the analytics of football than I do. But I just am not going to say that Aaron Rodgers is going to lose to Jimmy Garoppolo. That doesn't make sense in my head.
You're right. And Jimmy G tried to get the Cowboys back in the game on Sunday. In fact, did.
That late interception
for
was
a
brutal.
Moment. So, all right, Bears coaching, sir. Who do you want to be their coach?
That's I kind of want Brian Flores.
Yeah.
I want a guy with some experience. I think they're interviewing soon Byron Leftwich, who's the offensive coordinator for Tampa. I don't like that. I'm sure he's a great guy, and I'm sure he's very smart. But being a first-time head coach, and also he's had Tom Brady as his quarterback, yes, coaching is very important, but you also have to look at the tools that they were given, and I could probably get Tom Brady to throw for at least 25 touchdowns a year if I was the offensive coordinator and he was throwing to Gronk.
And I hate to put this on Leftwich, but like when Adam Gase was Peyton Manning's coach, Adam Gase was awesome, right?
Yeah, you're just in a
Then
good
he's
scenario.
away from Peyton Manning, and he's one of the worst coaches we've seen in the NFL. So I get that point. And Flores, it's not like he has a ton of experience, but he's had 2 winning seasons as a head coach, right?
Yeah,
So-
and it hasn't been like Miami's had a great shake of the deal. There's some quarterbacks getting hurt. So I don't think whatever happens is going to be perfect right away, but there's better options than others, clearly.
How about Justin Fields? Where are you at on him right now?
I liked him a lot coming out of college. I thought that he was probably going to be the best quarterback. They were talking about his, mental tests, that he had a great reaction time and his brain was sharp and stuff. And obviously the physical attributes are there. And there's been some moments this past season where he was great, but also look at who he was dealing with. Nagy, we won't even get into that. And also he wasn't throwing to a whole bunch of great core of wide receivers. So
There are some rumors that every time I see them, I throw my computer out the window that say that Washington might be trying to land Mitchell Trubisky as their next quarterback. What do you think about Mitch being a starter again?
I think sports are all about habits, and I really don't think Trubisky was that bad. I think he was playing on maybe not the most talented team with a bad coach, and he could have been good, and they kind of just poured all of that opportunity down the drain. However, I still think he's somewhat serviceable. He's not going to be your all-pro quarterback.
Yeah, and that's the thing in this league, right? Like, if you have serviceable, it's just not good enough.
And that's the thing that teams like Washington, you're kind of in that purgatory.
Oh, definitely.
6, 7, 8 wins is not going to do it.
Yeah, it's and that's where the Panthers are now that Cam's done.
Yeah, and it's been like that ever since Cam's left.
Yeah, and it's a scary place to be.
And hopefully it doesn't last as long as I think it will.
Oh, it will.
But like you said, it probably will.
And look, the Bears and Washington are very similar in that you had the Cutler years, but outside of that, I mean, even Jim McMahon, they won a Super Bowl, but he wasn't a great quarterback. You went to the Super Bowl with Sexy Rexy, right? Rex Grossman.
Yeah, that was 2000, I think, 6.
The Bears have been the same team pretty much my entire football watching life, where they have been
good defense,
solid to good on defense, and poor on offense.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it's
Rinse
crazy.
and repeat.
Yeah, that's not that I'm telling you anything you don't know. It's just kind of fascinating that they've been that same team, and Washington's been dysfunctional your entire football watching life.
Yep.
So here we are. Bunch of sad football fans.
The RG3's book coming out, I believe, sometime.
Surviving Washington or whatever it is.
That is going to be a very interesting read.
Oh, God. Yeah, whatever. RG. If he wrote about surviving the awful turf at FedEx Field, I might read it. But all these stuff, I don't know, man. It's Daniel Snyder has ruined it and will forever. Why are we talking about this? We're getting to know Garrett short. No need to get on Washington right now. All right, so Garrett, you're off tonight. So you going to Minji's? Are you hanging out? What do you do outside of work?
That's kind of interesting. Generally, if I'm there, I have a camera on my shoulder.
Yeah.
So, I'll probably go. And obviously, if the first half goes anything like it did against Memphis, I'll probably head out. But yeah,
Good.
I'll go and watch the game as a fan.
What kind of hobbies have you picked up, or what do you do outside of working here?
Well, that's a good question.
What are you watching on TV? Anything good?
Rewatching How I Met Your Mother, How I Met Your Father just came out, I think, today and stuff. Other than that,
That's
not too much.
Who's the star of that? I heard that being advertised.
Hillary Duff.
Duff, yes.
But other than that, exercise. I love to cook. I gotta find some seafood market or someplace because if you're when in Rome, I guess there's a whole bunch of fish around here that's
all right.
fresh. So
So if we're on Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay, and he says, make your signature dish.
Oh, just spaghetti, man. Nothing. If I'm cooking for Gordon Ramsay, I'm not going to try and wow him. I'm just going to cook something that he's like, yes.
Garrett's signature spaghetti?
Yep, just something simple because I know it's not going to be bad, and he's not going to put my head between two pieces of bread and tell me I'm an idiot sandwich.
Are you, is it meatballs, meat sauce?
Meat sauce.
Okay. All right. Well, next time you're on the show, bring some in, and we'll taste it right here on the air. Garrett, it's been good to get to know you, man. So when are you on the air? When can we see you?
Generally on weekends, but yeah, it's most of my stuff, at least on air, is Saturday, Sunday. But you will see me all the time. You know, schedules change with ECU's schedule, which hopefully doesn't change for them too much. Obviously, COVID, they've been... I've already fought that once this year. But yeah, Saturdays and Sundays generally on air. It's 6 and 11. And then see me around, say hi.
Say what's up.
I promise I'm not scary looking, even if I look scary. If you see a short blonde guy with a camera on his shoulder, that's probably me.
Say hello. A little Southern hospitality. Right?
Yep, exactly.
Garrett, nice to meet you, man, and we'll talk to you again. Talk more sports with you.
Thanks for having me.
Down the road. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, we'll visit with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. He'll join us. East Carolina, a 3-point underdog tonight. We'll talk about that and look at the rest of the college basketball slate when we return after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get an all-new 2022 Buick Encore GX. Save up to $1,250 off or 1.9% for 72 months. As always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Grow Rug 26 is coming to Greenville March 25th through the 27th. This is DJ Fossil from F3 ENC, inviting all men to sign up now for this leadership training event. The Grow Rug training events are designed to help men become high-impact men by reinforcing the F3 mission of invigoration of male community leadership. To register or to learn more, please visit f3enc.com. That's f3enc.com. Remember, you don't have to be great to get started, but you've got to get started if you want to be great.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has more American Airlines flights. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
In studio with Dr. Shondell Jones from Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness. What's new, Dr. Jones?
Yes, we just added 6,000 more square feet of gym space where we're now able to offer our athletic movement programs. They're age-specific programs that help you develop speed, power, agility, and strength to give you that athletic edge. So come by and see us at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness on Arlington Boulevard or check us out online at kptonline.com. That's kptonline.com.
Hey dads, it's back. Plan to join us for our 6th annual Daddy-Daughter Dance Friday, February 11th at Rock Springs. This event will be a fun night of games, music, photo keepsakes, raffle tickets, and of course, dancing. Best of all, 100% of the proceeds will go to Daughters for Dads, which supports local families affected by cancer. Sponsorship opportunities are also available. Purchase your tickets today by going to eventbrite.com and search for Daughters for Dads. We will see you Friday, February 11th at Rock Springs.
In a world of fake profiles, fake tans, and fake flavors, naturally flavored Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer strives for realness. It's USDA certified organic, with no sugar or carbs, and only 80 calories. So the only thing touching your taste buds is organic, refreshing, and delicious. Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer. As real as it tastes. Enjoy responsibly. Not a low-calorie food. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer. IRC Beer. St. Louis, Missouri 63118.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom with Team Coop Strong. We want to invite you to the Coop Strong race on March 19th. This unique race has a 4-mile course, a ruck division, and an awesome after party. Proceeds support the local nonprofit Coop Strong, which provides financial support for those fighting ALS, scholarships in memory of Dr. Nelson Cooper, and funding for ALS research. You can sign up at runtheeast.com and follow Coop Strong on Facebook for all of the details. As always, we appreciate your support, and go Pirates.
Pirate Radio.
And I can promise you, there will be no quarter, ever, from ECU football. Go Pirates.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. From sales to service, Greenville Auto World has all of your vehicle needs covered. You can shop all of their inventory now at greenvilleautoworld.net. If you're also looking for someone to service your vehicle, they have a full service and repair facility. They do brakes, oil changes, tires, inspections, and repair any kind of vehicle. Greenville Auto World across from Speedway at Bells Fork and online at greenvilleautoworld.net. Thanks to Tim Sutton and Jim Rogers for their sponsorship of the program. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, nice to get to know Garrett Short, WNCT Channel 9, talk a little sports, get to know him a little bit. Chandler and I are rewatching East Carolina Memphis from Saturday, and we talked about it on the show this week, but the score, the margin went from Memphis by 11 to Memphis by 14 for literally, I want to say the first 10 minutes of the second half. We're watching it now. Memphis up 11 with 14:36 to go, but it was not a furious comeback until really the final 2 minutes, final minute and a half, whatever. It was a slow drip, slow burn type of comeback where the Pirates just kept chipping away and chipping away. I can't remember if I told you while we were watching the game in the stands, Chandler, but I felt like East Carolina was going to come up like a minute or two too short because they never could make that push.
No.
But they did at the very end, but it felt like they were going to catch up. I thought they were just going to run out of time. So it was amazing they were able to complete this comeback.
Well, I kept thinking if there's going to be a comeback, it needs to happen somewhere in these double-digit minutes right here. And I just told you off the air. Once the 10-minute mark came, I was like, all right, now time's not on our side. The clock's going to continue to tick, and Pirates are coming up with empty possessions. Because right now it's a 13-point game. It was just an 11-point game.
Great hustle play by Brandon Suggs there.
Every time there was an 11-point game or 11-point deficit, I kept saying to myself, all right, if the Pirates can get into single digits and cut this thing into single digits, get a couple of stops, we'll be in it. And like just now, it's back to a 13-point game with 13:56 to go. So, and it was like that, like we've said, for majority of the second half until the nitty-gritty of the game down the stretch and in crunch time. And Pirates were just, took his band off, it looked like.
Yeah, that guy's not getting on the boat. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about East Carolina and UCF, plus the other action going on tonight and some NFL as well. As the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Big man, how you doing today?
What's up, Clip? How are you?
Hey, man, doing good. Looking forward to some Pirate hoops tonight. Minges Coliseum, East Carolina, 10-0 at home, coming off a come-from-behind victory over Memphis on Saturday. And Jeff, when we talked to you last Thursday, you said make sure you see who's playing for Memphis before you make a pick in this game. Despite them having a couple of guys out, they were about 19 points in the first half, but East Carolina fought all the way back, ends it on a buzzer beater to knock off Memphis on Saturday. UCF coming up tonight. Jeff, I know you like the Knights heading into this year. They have had the Pirates number throughout the years, but they're coming off a really weird blowout loss to South Florida. So what do you think about this one tonight, Jeff? UCF around a 3.5 point favorite over the Pirates.
Yeah, Clip, I played UCF here, sorry. I think this is a rough spot for ECU coming off that buzzer beater win. Look, I look back and I ask myself, how the hell did that happen? I mean, Memphis was up 10 with like a minute 10 to go. I mean, it's crazy. I just kept watching the box score, and I'm thinking, how is this happening? How is this happening? You mentioned UCF's off a really brutal loss, just didn't play very well. We're I think 2 for 20 from 3. I don't think that's going to happen again. I think they go on the road and take care of business. I really do.
Pirates, I guess, are due, you could say, for a home loss. How long can this home streak keep going? And yeah, for whatever reason, UCF has had the Pirates number. They're in a bounce back spot coming up tonight here. Big night of college basketball, Jeff. What do you? I'll throw out a couple of games. We were on the Bonnies on Friday, and they were able to take care of business at home against VCU. They're on the road at Dayton tonight, and last time I looked, Dayton was around a 2-point favorite, something like that. How about that matchup in the A-10?
I like the Bonnies here, Clip. I just think they're the better team. Dayton's young, they're inexperienced. What does St. Bonaventure do well? They're old, they're experienced. They can handle these road, raucous atmospheres. They're 2-0 in conference. Time to turn the page on a couple of weird losses and out of conference play and realize that St. Bonaventure is still really good. They're on the bubble. You really need games like this. You have to take care of business. They're a better defensive team. They're a better overall team. Dayton's a team that really likes to get into the teeth of the defense, something that a veteran Bonnie team will kind of wall off. I think Bonnie goes on the road. This line opened 2.5, down to 1. I think the Bonnies win this game.
Big man on campus, Jeff Nadu joining us. Miami going for an early triangle sweep here. They've knocked off NC State. They've knocked off Duke. Tonight, North Carolina on the road at Miami, and the Tar Heels a 2.5-point favorite on the road down in Coral Gables. How about that matchup coming up at 7 o'clock tonight? Any thoughts on that one, Jeff?
Yeah, I had a hard time wondering who would stop who in this game. I don't think Miami's very good defensively. I don't think UNC is very good on that end either. Both teams want to push the tempo and play fast. I think this is a high-scoring game. It wouldn't surprise me if this is like 87, 84, something like that. I lean Carolina just because they rebound at such a high level, and I feel like Miami's a little gimmicky, but this seems like a high-scoring game.
Jeff, just kind of bouncing around here, and I can do that with you since you know these teams top to bottom. I gave a shot on Kansas a couple of weeks ago on the road at Texas Tech. That one did not work out for me. Should I go back to Kansas tonight? Another, tough road game at Oklahoma. The Jayhawks 4.5 favorites on the road tonight in Norman.
Well, it's interesting. Last season in the NCAA tournament, Eastern Washington really gave Kansas a lot of problems. If we remember, Tanner Groves, who's now in Oklahoma, was really good in that game. I think he's going to give McCormick a lot of problems. The problem that Oklahoma has is they just haven't been great defensively. I feel like that's something under Porter Moser that shouldn't be happening. But for me, I like Oklahoma. They always are very good with the basketball. They're always just a high IQ team. I like their guard plan. I like Groves. I got to be honest. I think this is first to 75 wins. I'd actually lean over. I think both teams score at a pretty high rate. I think Tanner Groves can have a big game here. I don't think it's one in the Big 12 that I'm running to bet on. I think there's better matchups in that conference tonight. But, Kansas, off a blowout victory, you're now going to go on the road. I think it could be a good spot for Oklahoma to hang around.
All right, Jeff, I'll throw out a couple more, then we'll see what else you like coming up tonight. A couple of 9 o'clock tip-offs to look at. Tennessee at Vanderbilt. Vols, they're coming off that big blowout loss, right? They're 6.5-point favorites against Vandy. And then Duke is a 5-point favorite coming off an easy win over NC State. They're on the road at Florida State. We've kind of talked about it. Maybe not your typical best Leonard Hamilton Florida State teams, but they have knocked off Duke there a few times in the past. So how about those road favorites, Tennessee, Duke? What do you think about those games tonight?
Well, I think Duke could have a real problem with Florida State. FSU's playing some good basketball all of a sudden. Chemistry's there. Cohesion's starting to figure itself out. It seems like Duke is just dead set on doing this isolation crap with Banchero. Look, it's not a bad idea. He's a good player, but I don't know if they have the guns beside Banchero to really hang in a long-term college basketball season. I think FSU's problematic. I think they can handle Banchero up front. I think they could upset Duke tonight. I think this is a real upset alert spot.
Ton of games tonight, big man. We ran over a few of them. What else are you looking at on tonight's card?
Well, I personally did bet St. Bonaventure. I will say, Clip, there's a really random matchup, IUPUI and Ohio State.
I saw that. Ohio State like a 33.5-point favorite or something.
I've said before, IUPUI is the worst offense I've ever seen at this level. Truly. They have not gotten to 60 in any game this season. And they played the 336th worst schedule.
Right.
They're shockingly bad. The best team they played was Oakland, who held them to 45. I mean, I don't think they get to 40 in this game. It wouldn't surprise me. It's really going to be, does Ohio State care? I think that's really the question. Here's what I would do. IUPUI team total under in the first half, 21.5. I don't think they get to 20.
All right, I like that. That'll be a fun watch. Just hoping they brick it. What is this, like a makeup game? Why is this game happening tonight?
That's something I was asked on our college basketball show earlier. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm not sure. I guess, if you're IUPUI, I guess it's some sort of makeup. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Little tune-up for the Buckeyes coming up tonight. All right, so great slate of college games. And, Jeff, if people want more of your insight on these games, where can they go to find that?
Yeah, check me out on the BetUS College Basketball Show every day at 1 o'clock. I tweet it out. I mentioned the link. I'm also on Patreon, patreon.com/BMOC. Really just trying to do stuff a little bit everywhere. Trying to build stuff. I got so much going on, but I try to stay up. But yeah, I mean, you can catch me on Pirate Radio with Clip Block every Tuesday and Thursday as well.
How was your NFL weekend, Jeff?
It was good. I actually did quite well. I had the Bucs. I had the Chiefs. Game sucked. And these teams blew.
Yeah.
But hopefully that's kind of what happens in these divisional matchups. Now the cream rises to the top. It's all good matchups from here on out.
Let's look at a few of them real quick. We'll reconvene on Thursday and see if you finalized anything. But early thoughts on Bengals Titans. What is Tennessee going to look like? Derrick Henry back? Is Brown healthy, ready to go at receiver? These Titans 3.5-point favorites over the Bengals coming off their win over the Raiders, total 47. Any thoughts on that one?
I'm thinking. I think 47 is a nice price. I'm looking at maybe an over in this game. 48's kind of a number you want to stay under when if you can get to an under 48 as far as the score, just when you're at 42 to get up over that 48. I like this over. Two solid quarterbacks, two offenses that can move the football through the air. We know the Titans are very good in the red zone, always have been. I don't love either defense. I think this is where the Bengals defense really falters. They've been kind of hanging on a thread, I believe. Both these teams give up about 21 points a game. I think this would be more in the mid-20s. I'm going to play the over in this game.
Ready for Rams Bucks. I've got a future on the Rams. They look like, for the most part last night, a team that could make a Super Bowl run. But how about against Tampa Bay on Sunday? What's your early thoughts on that one, Jeff?
What a matchup this is.
Yeah.
A titanic matchup.
Both of those games Sunday, Jeff. Rams, Bucks, Bills, Chiefs. That's a great day of football.
Oh, yeah. No, it's terrific. Listen, Clip, if you're going to give me the Rams at a dog price, I'm on them. I think the difference in this game is the secondaries. It's that simple. I don't trust Tampa's secondary. I haven't all year. I won't today. I won't tomorrow. They have some major injury questions. Look, they beat the Eagles. The Eagles had no business in the playoffs. Rams beat a pretty damn good Cardinal group and did it easily. I'm going to tell you now, Clip, I'll say it and keep saying it. I think the Rams win the Super Bowl. I think they're the best team in the NFL on both sides. Stafford, I think this Cooper Kupp, they're just terrific. I'm on the Rams here, +3.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Odds to win the Super Bowl right now. If you think the Niners can make a run and knock off the Packers and somehow beat the Bucks or Rams, you can get a good price on them. Are the Titans? I'm seeing them +800 right now, Jeff. Are they still undervalued for a 1 seed? Or obviously people love the Bills and Chiefs, but would you take a flyer on Tennessee?
I don't think. And I guess I probably would, though, just because you look at the Bills and Chiefs, they're going to cannibalize each other, right? So yeah, I definitely would, because I think the Titans will beat the Bengals. So basically, that'll be cut in half. We'll probably get down to 5 or 4 to 1,
right?
Maybe even lower, but it's still a good. Yeah, I think 8 to 1's a good price.
Yeah, shocking to see a 1 seed that high at this point in the playoffs.
Well, you brought it to my attention. I may be betting that.
There you go. Don't blame me if it fails. Jeff Nadu joining us here on the Pirate Radio Live line. All right, big man, anything else before we let you go? When's the last time you played anything in the NBA? Have you looked at it at all?
Very randomly. I actually really I bet a lot of props and just kind of number spots. And that's why for me, I don't like talking publicly about the NBA just because I bet it so differently than most people. I'm really just going against like line movements and that. It's really just kind of an analytical number thing. And it's all about the number in the NBA, so I don't really share much public. But I bet it every night, kind of behind the scenes. For sure.
Gotcha. Big man on campus, Jeff Nadu joining us. Check out the Sit Down podcast if you're into mob and mafia history. You can download the latest episode and all the episodes today. And Jeff, we will reconvene with you on Thursday, man. Good luck tonight. Enjoy the hoops.
Sounds good. Look forward to a clip. Thanks.
Jeff Nadu joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a time out, come back, have more for you here in hour number 2. We'll look back at some of the conversation between Brian Bailey and Cliff Godwin yesterday on the Brian Bailey Show. Mix in a little ECU baseball talk here on the program. Another poll out today. We'll tell you about that one. Hear what Cliff Godwin had to say about the polls. And also, Cliff talked about Mission Week as well with Brian Bailey yesterday. We'll hear that when we return on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Matt Driscoll. Please join us at A.J. Fletcher Music Hall or live stream on February 17th at 7:30 p.m. when Durward Ensemble will be on the campus of East Carolina University presenting works from our upcoming album, Prophetic Revolutions, and a world premiere by ECU alumna and Miss America 2019, Nia Franklin. If you would like to learn more or support our group, go to our website, durwardmusic.com. We look forward to seeing you Thursday, February 17th.
Do you suffer from allergies, asthma, or any other sinus problems? Perhaps professional cleaning of your air ducts could help. Family owned and operated in Winterville for over 22 years, Carolina Quality Air was the first certified duct cleaning company in Eastern North Carolina. From residential to commercial, they can handle any size job, big or small, including our studios here at Pirate Radio. Carolina Quality Air uses a sanitizer that kills mold in your ductwork and over 100 viruses, including the coronavirus. Visit them online at carolinaqualityair.com.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,000 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, or go directly to our job postings at bit.ly/PCS employment. That's bit.ly/PCS employment. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student and every staff member every single day.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at Arc Point Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust Arc Point Labs to give you quick and accurate results for all your laboratory testing needs. If you are in need of COVID testing for your return to school, work, or for travel, Arc Point Labs is offering same-day PCR and antigen testing with little to no wait time. Please visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina Arc Point Labs locations or make an appointment now at onehourcovidresults.com. Go Pirates!
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
We paid how much for those lessons?
Shh, she's doing great.
Oh yeah, totally. Can you pass me a Pepsi Zero Sugar? Great job, honey! Oh, look at that. That's not the end.
No way. Now it's time for the encore.
You know what? You're right. 5 times? Not enough times.
For everyone who traded in rock concerts for their kids' recitals, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's what I like.
Here is your ice-cold Pepsi Zero Sugar, sir. Oh, thanks. Wanna watch the game? Ooh, little sports ball on a Sunday afternoon. Don't mind if I do. Hey, did we win? It sounds like we won. It's still the first quarter. I must be lucky. People say that about me. Tough break on that free throw there. Shouldn't be doing that. Dude, we're watching football. Come on.
For everyone who spent the entire game explaining the entire game, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's what I like.
This is Coach Blake Carroll, defense coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Did you miss a show on Pirate Radio? You can listen to all of Pirate Radio's archived local programming by subscribing to us on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or Spotify. Subscribe today by going to the podcast app on your iPhone or Apple device and search for Pirate Radio Audio Archives. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, another day, another baseball poll, another ECU high rankings in said baseball poll. This one, I believe, is most legit. We'll ask Igoe at 5 o'clock. I think D1 Baseball, the most trusted and respected source and poll when it comes to college baseball. East Carolina selected 12th preseason in this D1 baseball poll. Look at the teams around them. Link Jarrett's Notre Dame Fighting Irish come in 13th preseason. NC State is ranked 10th. Top team in the country projected to be Texas this year, followed by Arkansas. Vanderbilt loses those 2 arms that we saw in the Super Regional. They are 3rd, and then Mississippi State, who won it all, is coming in at number 5, or number 4, I should say. Ole Miss at number 5. So East Carolina, 12th in that poll. Of course, Cliff Godwin doesn't care too much about those polls. Talked about it with Brian Bailey yesterday on the Brian Bailey Show, and we'll hear a little bit of that right now.
Pirates ranked as high as 8th so far in some of the preseason polls. Some of the polls are still coming out, and I knew your reaction, what it was going to be before it came out, but I always chuckle when I read it, because I think it means a lot to you internally that your program is thought of like that, but you understand the fact that it doesn't mean anything until you get to the end of May.
Really, just listening to you say it means a lot to me internally. It's good for the fans. I don't know if it means a lot to me internally. Our players that are on our team now, some of them have been a part of really good teams, but these incoming guys, they're just getting the fruits of a lot of hard work by our other guys and our coaches and our support staff. And I mean that with all due respect, but at this time of the year, if we're not ranked, it doesn't make me feel like we're a worse team or we're a better team because we're ranked 8th. And it's just I know Nick Saban says it all the time, but it is such poison and such rat poison, because kids are just on their phone all the time. And if they start believing all the nice things that publications are writing about them, then they're not going to work as hard. And we always talk about believing you're the best, but working like you're in last place, and that's the reason we've been able to sustain a lot of success here for our baseball program.
All right, Cliff Godwin, you knew if you bring up weather polls, you're going to get a similar answer pretty much every time. Also, let's hear more from that show yesterday. Shirley Bailey and Cliff Godwin from the Brian Bailey Show.
Can you visualize your starting lineup right now? Can you look at that? I know that you guys put out a projected starting lineup, but I know that's kind of
I don't know who put that out. They didn't ask me, so I don't know who that is. Malcolm made that up.
Yeah, Malcolm probably did. But he meant well, so I'm sure it's fine. It's got to be close.
Oh, of course. So there's a lot of time between now and when we play our first game. It's amazing. People go, "Hey, when's your first game?" And I'm like, 3rd weekend of February. I don't even know the date because that's so far away from me. I'm worried about what our guys are doing today and then what we're going to do tomorrow. And obviously with weather, that stuff changes here and there. But we're blessed.
Somebody did write in the first thing and said, "Ask Cliff about the weather."
Yeah, I mean, everybody gets a kick out of that. But hey, the thing about it is only the good Lord up top can control the weather.
That's
so
right.
I don't get frustrated with it. Is either we're going to make a decision to go outside and practice, or we're not. And that's what I tell our guys. Hey, look, if we go outside, don't act like you're cold. Just we're going to go outside and practice. And if I think it's too cold, we'll go inside. But if not, then let's get to work.
All right, Cliff Godwin on the Brian Bailey Show. You can check it out in its entirety on YouTube. Subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. You can watch it there. You can also download it and listen to it if you choose to do so. And Chandler, we were coming back on the air here. You asked, did we bring up ECU baseball with Garrett Short? Because Garrett has been through a football season. He's now going through basketball, has never experienced ECU baseball and everything that comes with that. So he's going to be in for a surprise. I got to imagine, he brought up all the hockey that he covered up in Minnesota. I can't imagine baseball is a big sport when it comes high school, college, around those parts of the country. So he'll probably be in for a bit of a shock when he sees not only the play on the field, but really the following, the emotion, the fan support that comes with ECU baseball.
Yeah, I meant to ask him about, and I actually did ask him about what he's been told about the sports here in Eastern North Carolina. The great talent that there has been coming out of Eastern North Carolina for years now, whether it's Farmville, Kinston, and then of course East Carolina sports. And forgot to ask him about ECU baseball, if he was ready to cover ECU baseball, which I'm sure he is. And I was going to tell him that he's in for a treat, not just for the success that ECU baseball brings and has been bringing to the Pirate Nation for several years now, really since Cliff Godwin has been on board, this will be his 8th year as the head coach for the Pirates, and but just more for the atmosphere and what the jungle brings there in the outfield. So he's in for a treat when it comes to ECU baseball, and it's coming up soon.
Saw some comments when we came in here for the third half after the win over Memphis on Saturday night that somebody said it's great to have a bridge between football and baseball. I hate that people look at it that way, but
I know.
I guess, if you look at it over the years, ECU basketball has not given folks a ton to be excited about. So I kind of understand it. But after last week, you got another big home game tonight. This one is really important because if ECU goes out and loses tonight, they can still win some more games this year and things like that. But it will feel like the one maybe flash in the pan upset that ECU will have this year. If they win tonight, I don't know, you start to get excited about, all right, where are we in this conference? As Seymour said, you got all these teams already with 2 or more losses. I think the only teams that don't have that are Houston, who's going to end up winning this thing, and SMU, who has 1 loss right now in conference play. Everything else is really up for grabs, and that includes the Memphis team we saw the other night. That includes Tulane, who's been winning some games. That includes UCF, who comes in here tonight, and it includes the Pirates. So kind of an opportunity to, I don't know if prove is the word with all these games left, but show that we're going to be a contender for, top half of the league this year.
Yeah, I mean, Pirates looking to go over 500. And this is the 5th game the Pirates have played in conference play this year. So a chance to go over 500 to get to 3-2, 12-5 overall. So Pirates are rolling, and to get to 12 wins, and there's still plenty of season left for the Pirates, but there's going to be some tough road games down the stretch for ECU late in the season, and then of course conference tournament starts, and that's where it really all matters when it comes to success. Can the Pirates stay healthy and produce buckets and get some quality wins like they've had already this season?
East Carolina right now is a 3-point underdog. They won their first game as an underdog last time out. They were 7.5 point dogs to Memphis on Saturday. That was the first game East Carolina won outright as an underdog. They had lost all the previous. Now they're a dog again, and they're going to be a dog for a lot of these games coming up the remainder of the conference season. So that's going to be No surprise, no shocker there. It'll be the Pirates and the Knights going at it 7 o'clock tonight in Minges Coliseum. Once again, looking at some other action, had a final from earlier today. St. Peter's did win that game against Canisius. You've got a game about to tip off. The Baylor Bears are 15-2 on the road at West Virginia, so we'll keep an eye on that one the last hour here. We're actually watching a replay from ECU Memphis. We're about to get to the good part, Chandler, from that comeback on
Don't spoil it.
Saturday.
I don't know what happened. What happened?
I saw you were trying to live bet the end of this game.
I really want the Pirates money line. Something tells me they're going to pull it out here.
No chance. I mean, Tremont just hit a miracle 3 as time expired on the shot clock.
Didn't count.
If that would have counted, I say ECU wins this game. Now I don't see any way they win.
Wait, now let's see. They're looking at it again. I thought. I thought during the game that he had got it off, but apparently not. And like that bucket not counting really kind of put me down.
That was a deflator. You could have got to 4 with 7:59 left.
Yeah,
you are right in it. Now it's 7, and now we're getting to that stretch where it stayed from like 5 to 10 for like 8 minutes, right?
Well, yeah. Well, we were mentioning off the air earlier during the game the other night, especially in the second half. We were talking to your dad who sits with us, and how many times did we say, hey, or how many times did he ask, if we get a bucket here, are we in this game?
He kept saying, is it anybody's game?
Is it anybody's game?
And I was like, no, it's not. It's not. And you were like, if we get a bucket here, it'll be anybody's game. We could not get that bucket for like 4 minutes. It was frustrating.
So under 8 minutes to go here in counting, Pirates down 7 after a heartbreaking no basket from Tremont Robinson White in the corner for 3 to cut it to 4. They go down. Let's see. I think an offensive foul.
No, they didn't call anything. Brandon Suggs is bleeding.
His lip is literally bleeding.
They've hurt my poor boy, and they hit a layup, and there's no call.
Hey, the newest member of the Sug Boat has just arrived.
Who?
Stephen Igoe.
Well, A, you don't determine who's on, and B, he will never get a spot on the Sug Boat, and he knows why. Brandon Suggs just got headbutted in the mouth. No call. And Memphis gets the layup. Stephen Igoe going to walk into the studio here, our guest in hour number 3 of today's program. Going to come watch some of this basketball game with us. Stephen, how you doing, bud? Bringing your own solo cup to the show. I like that.
What's in that cup?
Clear liquid. I'll let you make the judgment on what it is.
How you doing, Igoe?
I'm doing good, man. I'm fired up about a basketball game.
Some hoops?
Yeah.
Really? Were you listening coming in?
I was listening to the last 30 seconds. I was actually listening to your show yesterday.
We doesn't it feel like that if they lose tonight, I don't know. It's kind of par for the course. Like ECU got their big home win. Now they go out and lose. If they win this game tonight,
this game is the turning point.
You start to feel something, right?
Everybody's always like after a big win, that game.
Big wang.
I mean,
you should have just moved on instead of repeating it.
No, I'm just trying to give y'all a soundbite. Either way, the point is everybody's always like, "Oh, that's the turning point," like a big win. But that's not for me. I've seen enough random solo upsets. Like anybody can have a buzzer beater. Can you follow it up and then come through with the big win the following game? Because I actually looked at the previous schedules for the past 10, 15 years before I came over here. Because I wanted to actually talk about this. Like, this is the game where ECU has never done well in terms of following up a big win with another good performance. They've had some decent performances. Like last year, they beat Houston. They almost beat Memphis on the road, and then they didn't win again the rest of the year.
How about the scheduling quirk for this year, Igoe, where you get the big win and your next game's at home?
Yeah, that's important.
A few days later.
Because a lot of those games have been either on the road or against somebody really good. The last time they had a really good win was like 2015, I think 2014, 15, maybe 15, 16. They beat somebody at home. They actually beat Memphis on the road under Lebo. And they came back and beat Temple pretty handily at home. So that was like the last time they've kind of strung together 2 big wins in a row. This league is just so tough. So the one thing that does encourage me is I feel like ECU didn't even play that well against Memphis, and they still found a way to win. Like I feel like they haven't played a complete game yet all year.
they've played so many good halves.
Yeah, they haven't played a complete game all year.
Like even the Oklahoma first half was good, but remember that next game they were dominating Old Dominion.
Old Dominion was pretty good, yeah. And then
that was almost a full game.
They kind of let off.
More so the first half. They played a great first half against Davidson, great first half against Liberty, and have not completed those games. Even in these wins, these last two games, which one wasn't a win, awful first half against Cincinnati, which I guess you got to give them some credit, but not a good first half. We kept waiting for the run to happen, and it just would not happen.
Yeah.
They're down 12 with 5 minutes.
It felt like
how the hell they win this
that's
game?
The thing is, like, it just felt like you could kind of feel, and I was watching on TV, but like you could just feel the energy, like waiting to, all right, when is ECU going to make like a 6-0 run to really get Minji's back in it? And it just never seemed to happen until the very last minute, until they started pressing and getting those turnovers off the press.
And that means that you got to give credit to them on the defensive side. Memphis helped out with turnovers, but there was a lot of empty possessions for Memphis, which kept us in the game.
Yeah, it was just, and that's the thing. They just haven't defended well all year consistently, and they finally did kind of down the stretch. So you hope that kind of opens their eyes and is like, all right, if we want to win in this league, you've got to defend well. And I think Memphis may have won the rebounding battle, but it wasn't by a huge margin. And they've been out rebounding teams by like 6 or 7 a game.
I tell you that every time that number 0 got the ball, my dad was telling him to shoot. I got to
let him shoot.
The lefty.
Let him shoot.
The lefty from Memphis.
Timberlake?
Yeah.
Wait, so you weren't at the game Saturday?
I was not. I was in COVID protocols.
Oh.
As a precaution. I'm fine.
Good to hear.
What's wrong with 0 shot?
He's not good.
He was a top 25 recruit coming out of high school.
Did you watch him play the other day?
I just saw him cry. Our photographer got a good picture of him after Suggs' shot.
Let me find his numbers. He didn't have a good game.
It was his first game back from injury, so maybe that was why.
Okay, so he will be good.
I mean, their entire team is beast recruits.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Look at this guy making.
And what about the quickness of number 14?
Now that dude is impressive.
I think the crazy thing about him is he came back as a walk-on. So he was originally a Memphis player, transferred to Iowa State, and then transferred back to Memphis as a walk-on this year.
He is one of the quickest guys I've ever seen live.
He did like the flop, though.
Huge
oh, yeah,
flop
he's
guy.
a flop. When you're weighing 160 pounds soaking wet, you got to flop.
And he would run like 30 feet, but he would be right back on Tristan Newton afterwards. Shirley, take us to break. Butter Pecan Thighs misses the 3, gets a rebound, and guess who's there to take a charge?
Speaking of great flopping, Brandon Suggs is a great flopper. You think that was you don't think that was just a flop? You think he legitimately got ran over that hard?
He lowered his shoulder and ran into him.
Yeah, and Suggs drew it with the flop. Watch this. He braced for the flop.
You've gone too far. You have lost your mind.
We're about to have a fight in here.
I mean, part of being a great charge taker is flopping appropriately.
All right. Timberlake the other night, 1 of 8, 2 points.
Good job.
He was not very good. 3 turnovers. Could be different when we see them later on this year. We'll take a timeout, come back. A lot more to go on Pirate Radio Live. We're doing a old live watch along apparently, and we'll have the final few minutes coming up after this.
Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of Pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
Hey, this is John Grillo, the Bagel Man. You know I love bagels. I don't settle for frozen bagels. That's why we make our bagels right here in Greenville from scratch every day. If you're coming into Bagel Man, you'll notice that there's some renovation going on. Our menu is bigger and better than ever. Our sandwiches, heroes, subs, salads, wraps, bagel dogs, fresh baked pastries, and our new coffee bar. Soon we're going to be opening for dinner. Don't forget Bagel Man for all your catering needs on Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
This is Dr. Christopher McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services. For experience and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Hey, this is Troy D., proud ECU grad from the class of '94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
The Rick House, Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar, has great specials throughout the week, like $10 Tuesdays. Get 8 traditional wings and a draft beer for just $10. Wednesday night is date night, 2 salads, an appetizer, a bottle of wine, 2 entrees, and a dessert for just $55. Friday is smokehouse night with the best ribs and brisket around. Saturday is Italian night, featuring all of our made-from-scratch pastas along with 2 glasses of wine. And on Sunday is the legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
It's bow time. We think a chicken sandwich this good should speak for itself. But when you're talking juicy, hand-breaded, and boldly seasoned chicken breasts, piled up with thick-cut pickles and creamy mayo all on a buttery toasted bun, well, we are happy to say it again and again and again. Bo's Chicken Sandwich, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. At Angel Oak, they continue to make customer service the number one priority. A local mortgage advisor is the key to your transaction success. The combination of their local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard, conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for every financial situation. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
Alrighty, back with you here, Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. We will open up the booty bag coming up later on this hour. Make you a winner. We're watching the tail end of ECU Memphis, still trying to figure out how ECU won this game. 10-point game with 2:13 left to go. Brandon Suggs just made it a 9-point game, has another free throw, and he will hit it. Steven, I just saw today, When We Were Young Fest is coming up.
That's the thing.
It's in, I wonder if they're traveling everywhere. I know it's in like Las Vegas, but
I just saw that tweet as well.
I want to. This is not the typical Igoe concert, but I'm interested to see if you would be interested in this show. you're into more of the harder stuff. This is a tad more emo, would you say, CJ?
Yeah.
My Chemical Romance, Paramore, AFI, Taking Back Sunday. I was a fan of them.
I've seen them live.
Damn.
Pierce the Veil.
Don't know who that is.
Oh, okay.
Dashboard Confessional. Vindicated.
Like, all those bands have, like, one or two good songs.
Yeah. And then there's a million other bands
Did you
here.
say Paramore only has one or two good songs.
Ooh.
Paramore?
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with their work.
Oh, Haley Williams is awesome.
CJ threw the challenge flag on you there. Jimmy Eat World.
Jimmy Eat World.
I like
get
Jimmy
down
Eat
with.
World.
I mean, I would go. It wouldn't be like my favorite, but I could get down with that.
Hawthorne Heights.
Hawthorne Heights. I remember a couple of their songs.
So, like, this is kind of a genre over from what
Yeah.
you like, but it's similar.
I mean, it's still rock.
But it's a
loud
great.
rock,
Oh,
yeah.
Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, I can get down with that.
Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? Let me see if this is a one-time. What is it, CJ? Is it going like all over the country,
I
or
don't know. All I see is
it's probably a
register for
one-day
pre-sale.
fest? Yeah, I think it's in Vegas. But anyway,
I bet it's pretty sick.
I like the idea of it, just having all those bands. And I was kind of too old to get into this stuff and wear like eye black, and that would have been weird as like a 22-year-old or whatever, however old I was.
No, like Good Charlotte.
Nah, but that would be. I wonder what they might be busy.
All American Rejects. I see them.
Okay, I've heard of them. What was their song?
Move Along. And Dirty Little Secret, maybe.
Move along,
Yeah,
move
that's the most
along.
popular one.
Oh
I think.
yeah,
Gives you hell.
Well, yeah, there's that too.
is that them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
That's a good song. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, what was your final answer? You're somewhat into this.
I would definitely go. Yeah, if I
Okay.
was in there.
If it was close.
I mean, I think the atmosphere would be like,
Electric.
And it would be cool because it would be like people your age acting young again.
Yeah, yeah.
For the first time in a while.
I mean, I used to listen to a lot of that.
Yeah.
So
AFI, is that Miss Murder?
Yes.
I love that song. It's a great song. All right. So here we go. Oh, I missed the 3 by Tristan Newton. Oh, I love this. This when the Pirates start pressing and things get crazy, that's when it gets fun, man.
Dooley throws on like some crazy late game presses, and it always kind of gets to the opponents. I feel like if he did it more often, it wouldn't be as effective, but when he throws it on, it's pretty effective typically.
We saw a sequence where they got a steal, I think Tremont, and then Suggs hit a layup. The one coming up here is the one where
look how sharply he's using that marker. I mean, he's just like
they get us. That's a veteran coach right there. I think they get a steal. Somehow Memphis gets it back, and then ECU gets it again. It was a frantic, and with a team that turns the ball over as much as Memphis, probably a good team to put the press on against.
That's just them, man. They are elite at turning teams over and elite at making boneheaded turnovers. I mean, coming into the game, I think they were near the top of the country in turnovers and near the bottom of the country in possession, valuing possession of the ball.
And I'm going to give credit where credit's due. And I think this has a lot to do with why the Pirates came back and won this game. Shout out to the Pep Band. They were back on Saturday night.
They were.
That is their job, though, right?
Pep it up.
Don't they get paid?
What?
Steal,
Suggs, rejected. But guess what? Guess what?
Steal again.
And Tristan's going to go to the line here. By the way, Igoe, we are doing a live watch along Saturday, February 5th afternoon game against Tulane.
You in?
You're invited.
I hope to be here. I mean, I don't know my availability at the moment.
This would be like
Saturday. I would say there's a good chance.
3 Saturdays from now. It's the week where there's no NFL
playoffs. Yeah.
So
I'll try and make it.
It'll be. I think it's like a 2:00 start. Maybe. I think it's the afternoon start.
Winnable road game. I feel like there's been a lot of. I think the last time I did a watch along was when ECU won at Tulane in basketball a couple years ago.
Was the TV up there?
Yep.
And Maskovich? I was trying to remember. I think
Tyree Jackson hit a couple threes.
Pig! All right, the Pirates have cut it to 3. It's starting to feel kind of real. And we're about to get into a fun... Okay, first, there's the 2 BS calls back-to-back. Very ticky-tack. And then Quick Boy goes to the line. Fast Boy. Igoe, is Butter Pecan Thighs a senior yet?
I think he's just a junior.
Good grief, man.
But I give him credit because I think his shorts did get a little bit longer this year. And
what?
He took the He took the thing out of his hair. You remember he used to have
he had the tassel.
Yeah. He used to have the Noah Farrakhan tassel.
You're telling me his shorts got longer? They are still riding high.
Yeah, I mean, they're high, but I think they got longer.
You can almost see a cheek coming out of the...
Compared to last year, I promise you.
Why are you looking?
Why am I looking? How do you not see it?
He's got Daisy Dukes on.
He does, and he rocks them, and he's been rocking them for seemingly 8 years now. I will say, he's probably the calmest player on the court for Memphis.
I mean, he looks the part. Unlike, obviously Bates is long, but he needs to put on about 20 pounds.
I would be so frustrated with him. He is so lackadaisical with the ball. Everything is no look and flashy.
That's what happens when you're 17 and 5-star recruit trying to play college basketball. I mean, it's just such a learning experience.
He went on a damn tear. I'll give him that.
Yeah, those 3 threes.
Yeah, that was tough.
Ooh.
Missed it.
That was a huge miss. And fast guy, he was an 81% free throw shooter, missing the front end of a 1-on-1.
It got loud there, and it's about to get even louder.
Here comes Vance.
Vance, I tell you, he's calm and collected on the 3-point line, man. He's just
fake him one time.
That was
create separation, and knock it down.
God, that was cool. Earlier in the game, I don't know if it was on a head fake. I'm pretty sure it was. Bench is going crazy. Love to see that. Vance had a travel called on him, and it was a legit call, Igoe, where he stepped before he took a dribble. That time, made sure he took the dribble. Everything, you're right. Just so, under control.
He's smooth.
Yeah.
We saw a sequence earlier where he, shot fake 3 times in the corner and went, fake dummy step.
Yeah.
And the guy finally bit on one of the shot fakes, and he got by him. He's not quick with the ball, but he's pretty smooth. So, the thing I've liked is the last few games, not really this game because of Memphis' length, but he's gone inside more. Just would like to see him rebound more aggressively.
Something about Igoe saying dummy step is cool.
Dummy step.
Got him with that dummy step.
Got him with the dumb. CJ, what do you think?
Me?
You're right against the mic.
What?
You're going to say something.
No.
Okay.
Is this inside shade thing really happening in Minji tonight?
I'm going to say that maybe 12 people do it.
13.
I give credit to whoever's running the ECU men's basketball account for putting up a graphic about it.
Yeah, it's good to see them working hand in hand together. I like it. And credit to superfan Zach for doing all he can. He's doing a good job getting the word out, and I like it.
My dad has written in, he has requested, he says, talk about the save technical by the ball boy, the manager.
For holding
Felton back. Yeah. I mean, that was a game-changing play.
What a game. What a play by that guy. And by the way, let me backtrack some statements I made on the third half Saturday night. We were at the game live where we don't get to see a lot of replays and stuff. I saw Felton stand over the guy.
He was trying to get him up or help him up.
Here's what I said Saturday night. Felton stood over him, kind of did a little taunt move, and then he got pushed. And I said Felton probably escalated the situation. Well, I saw the video. Felton legitimately put his hand out to help the guy up. He did nothing.
He was just trying to help him up, be a support.
And it was number 2, I believe, who kind of gave him a shove. And then, of course, Felton's like, hey, dude, I'm trying to help your guy out, and you're pushing me.
And it looked like Bates would have I don't think Bates did anything wrong either. He would have, took his hand and got up. This other dude comes out of nowhere and pushes him.
I guess he thought he was trying to show the guy up, but I don't think RJ's that type of guy.
Yeah, and I apologize for saying that. I mean, I was totally wrong. Felton did nothing wrong at all in that circumstance. And you know what? That's why he was so upset, probably.
Right, yeah.
Because he didn't do anything.
Literally just trying to help. But
yeah, shout out to manager guy.
I mean, because
he came out of nowhere.
Felton looked like he was about to go fisticuffs on my man, so I think it was best that he grabbed him. Because if that situation gets escalated, then who knows where the game goes.
Did your dad have any comments about Brandon Suggs? Or
I think he enjoyed Brandon Suggs' game winner.
Good to hear. Good.
I think like most, he's would like to see a little more consistency.
What were you going to say, Chandler?
I was just going to say the foul that just happened. I remember how late that whistle was. And there was a few times in that game where the whistle just came so, after the play.
Oh, yeah, they
the
wait
contact.
to see if the shot goes in.
Yeah, they're doing NBA style now.
Yeah, that was just so frustrating. But luckily, he misses this one.
Maybe it's short or a little too slow.
And the Pirates have a chance.
By the way, I like this play they ran right here.
Yeah, to get to Frank.
Yeah, the problem is Memphis is so dang athletic, but Newton, Suggs makes a nice pass to Frank, goes up and gets swatted by 8 guys. But it was a good, very under control last second play, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have one of the best freshman big men in the country and Timberlake in there swatting it, then it definitely, he got a good look. He got good position. Like you said, Suggs did a good job getting the guy to come off of him. So, good job.
And obviously, these extra 0.3 seconds was huge.
Yeah, it was huge because ECU got a free timeout. So that helped out.
As soon as the block happened, you saw the ref under the basket literally go, "You want to look at it? You need to go look." So they go and make the right call, I believe. So they put 1 second on the clock instead of 0.7. Let's see.
But hey, like what Perry wants to see, okay?
Well, when I was watching
Let's see now
on TV, not to get to the game winner already. By the way, I hope the team isn't reliving this game as much as we are less than 2 hours before tip-off. I hope
I know, right?
They're on the UCF. Either way, when the pass was thrown, I guess it was Tremont. I think Tremont thought that Suggs was going to be under the basket, so it bounced really slowly.
It was a strange pass.
I don't think Tremont was expecting him to be back.
All right, we'll check it out.
So when he threw the pass initially, I was like, "What are you doing?" Because he just kind of threw it away, but then it slowly bounced to Suggs. Yeah, because Tremont, when he throws it, he throws his hands up like, "What are you doing?" So I think it really was supposed to be an under the basket pass, and it just so happened the guy fell down, so it went right to Suggs. If you watch Tremont after he throws it,
he threw it and then went full arms up above the head. What is going on? That's funny. By the way, that was not a push off either.
No,
that was Flop Boy flopping.
And watch Steve DeMayo on the bench just chilling. Everybody else is going crazy.
Luigi's late to get in on the celebration. Let's wait though. Let's see.
Let's see now.
Great celebration.
Tremont was just like this, and he was like, "Oh," and then he was like this again.
I couldn't even tell from 213 it was banked in. People were telling us post game. I was like, "What? He didn't bank it."
Well, somebody asked on the comments section of Facebook and said, "Did he call bank?"
He definitely called.
We both, with confidence, said, "No, he didn't." But it's just like the angle that we are in at Minji's, we just couldn't tell.
Everybody's got their phone on them doing selfies during the melee.
But Eric Ward comments and says it was high off the glass. Yeah, it sure was. It was way high off the glass.
Some dude's got my old White Sox hat.
I just hope the whole team's available tonight and doesn't have COVID. So
Akeem Richmond watched the game the other night from the front row. We're going to talk to him on Thursday. That was a very good sneaky point you just made there.
Yeah, I mean, for real though.
I kind of want to move past it. It was so good, and now I'm worried.
The good news is, I guess, it's a quick turnaround. So maybe if anybody's unavailable, it would happen going to Houston. And that game just get postponed.
That's fine. Yeah, or just.
By the way, if ECU wins tonight and at Houston, are they on the at-large bubble?
No,
not to get ahead of ourselves.
No, but man,
I mean, that's not going to happen. So we're just get a W tonight. See what happens.
Shirley, take us to break. We'll come back. We'll have more with Stephen Igoe from Hoist the Colors. As we roll on, getting you ready for ECU and a UCF coming up tonight, 7 o'clock.
Hold on a second.
Minji's Coliseum.
Sure that counted.
let's look. Let's see. Plenty of time.
Let's see now.
Let's see. Take a time out. Come back with you after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Grow Rug 26 is coming to Greenville March 25th through the 27th. This is DJ Fussell from F3 ENC, inviting all men to sign up now for this leadership training event. The Grow Rug training events are designed to help men become high-impact men by reinforcing the F3 mission of invigoration of male community leadership. To register or to learn more, please visit f3enc.com. That's f3enc.com. Remember, you don't have to be great to get started, but you've got to get started if you want to be great.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers from my friends at Arc Point Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust Arc Point Labs to give you quick and accurate results for all your laboratory testing needs. If you are in need of COVID testing for your return to school, work, or for travel, Arc Point Labs is offering same-day PCR and antigen testing with little to no wait time. Please visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina Arc Point Labs locations or make an appointment now at onehourcovidresults.com. Go Pirates!
The Dickinson Avenue Public House is a lively and diverse restaurant in Greenville that utilizes fresh and local ingredients. With influences of Creole, Asian, and upscale Southern cuisine, the DAP House offers a seasonally rotating menu and a full-service bar with rotating craft brews on tap. Come to the intersection of 8th and Dickinson and enjoy $1 off drafts on Tuesday, half-price flights on Wednesday, half-price wine bottles on Thursday, and $1 oysters Tuesday through Friday from 5:30 to 7. For more details, check out their website at daphouse.com. nc.com.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Bone. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhouse and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're gonna love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, and if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, offensive line coach for East Carolina University football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Quality Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer with 28 locations to serve you. Quality Equipment is open in Winterville next to Sam's Club, or visit qualityequip.com to find the location near you. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Barak.
Thank you, Shirley. CJ,
you're creeping us out, bud.
We want to know who you're looking at.
You're creeping the guest out. We can't tell what you're looking at with those glasses on.
I got to stay committed to the gimmick. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess the Orange Cassidy guy, doesn't he go with sunglasses?
Yeah. Kayfabe's not dead to me, Clip.
Had a great interview, which you might have been, you were too young to appreciate it, but Lodi was on the show yesterday.
I saw that, yeah. I'm too young, but...
And we got a like. Pirate Radio got a like from Raven
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
You've officially made it.
I mean, Raven, he was great, man. He was on the cover of one of the video games, like the WCW versus the World or WCW versus NWO.
Yeah.
Raven was a cover boy. They gave him some props, and he was not. And I thought about this yesterday, too, CJ. I asked Lodi about if you weren't in with the cool crowd, it was tough to get TV time, tough to get a push. And he said, yeah, if you weren't part of the Big 12.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I noticed that. Wow, I thought it was like 3 or 4.
But, I mean, it's Hogan, Nash, Hall, probably Macho.
Yeah.
Probably everybody in the NWO.
Yeah.
And then, like, DDP.
The 4 you named are the 4 that I thought it was.
Yeah.
And then he said 12. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
okay.
So I found that interesting. I wanted maybe me, you, and Glenn, or maybe you and Glenn on your next podcast can try to pick out the 12 he was referring to there.
Yeah.
But, man, he was a great guest and fun to talk to him, fun to talk to Brock Anderson last week on the show as we talk wrestling. I have not watched wrestling in a while. I probably will for the Rumble. Is Edge is still around, right?
Yeah, he's wrestling. Him and, he's married to Beth Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Beth Phoenix are wrestling Miz and his wife Maurice.
I saw that they had a match at, what was the most recent one? Day 1 or something?
Yeah.
WWE Day 1. And I love Miz on the mic. Don't love him in the ring. But,
Who's the Rumble favorites this year? Who's supposed to win, CJ?
So, it's a little weird. Brock and Roman, before day 1, they were supposed to have a match for the world title, but Roman got COVID, so they had to switch Brock over to Raw, and he got that world title. So they think they're still going to put them together at WrestleMania and do a world title match there. But Roman and Brock are in separate world title matches at the Rumble, so they think one has to lose, and I'm afraid it's going to be Brock losing his title, and he's going to enter the Rumble.
So who's he wrestling?
Bobby Lashley.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and
for
Roman's
the first time ever.
Yes, first time ever.
People have kind of looked forward to, wanted that
I'm
match,
looking forward
right?
to that one, yeah.
And who's Roman wrestling?
Seth Rollins.
So is Seth like a good guy now, babyface?
No, he's doing a gimmick. He pretty much thinks he's Jesus. Yeah.
Does he laugh?
Yeah.
All right, I love the Seth laugh. Pay-per-view Seth is great.
Yeah.
So I might.
Hey, Seth Rollins Edge was a good duel.
It was.
Was that the one overseas in the
Saudi?
Yep. That was good. Yeah, I watched that. I will watch the Rumble just to see.
Yeah, you got to come on our next episode. We're going to do a Rumble preview.
Who, me?
Yeah.
All right. I will, but again, I haven't watched wrestling.
That's fine.
I just feel like I hope these 5 people show up and see if any of them show up.
Oh, yeah. We got to do our fantasy booking or our surprise entrant.
There you go.
Projections.
I need to hear fantasy booking from somebody who doesn't keep up as much anymore.
Okay, that could
would
be
awesome.
interesting. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. So, Igoe, you gonna be at the game tonight?
I will be there.
Stephen
That's the
Igoe.
only reason I'm here.
How's the
You always. I mean, nothing can just be nice with you. Everything's got to be a dig somewhere.
He's starting to turn into you know who? Mully.
Son. I goes to start calling him. You know what? He used to.
You know what? Tony Peterson? What?
Igoe used to train with Mully, right? He used to hit with him.
I used to hit with him.
And now you're turning into him.
Taking radio lessons from him.
That might be the stupidest thing you've ever asked.
Guess who watched the game with us in 213 Saturday?
And guess who left early?
Mike Mullis. Yeah.
And your dad?
Yeah. They both left early. Me and Chan Man were there at the end.
Your dad has missed some epic innings, man.
And it's not because he's a non-believer. Like, he's a legit, he left.
He's like a Tony Collins. He
at the beginning of overtime, because he did have to go do something, check his fish farm. He had to do stuff, and he doesn't leave because he thinks it's over. He just leaves because he doesn't like traffic, and he enjoys listening to it on the radio. So he got to hear the voice calling the action. But he will now have to leave pretty much every game early because he missed the Tulane frantic finish and also missed Memphis. Igoe, who can hurt you for UCF tonight?
They got a lot of good players. I mean, they really do. Darren Green is a 43% shooter from 3. He's been there. I think it's his 3rd year. He's killed ECU in the past. He's one of those guys who he's got such a quick release. He can basically catch it off a screen, pull up in transition. He just kind of rises and fires whenever he feels like it, and he'll shoot it from deep. Perry, their point guard's a Louisville transfer. He was really good last year. can be a little erratic at times, but when he's on, he's really on. So their guard play is legit. They got a big guy in the paint who I'm not even going to try to pronounce. 6'10" guy from UNLV who's kind of a shot blocker. They got another guy who's 6'8", 280. 6'10", 280, excuse me, Jamil Reynolds.
Oh, you're talking about Check DeYoung.
Yep, that guy is he's good.
Check my back.
Check my back, DeYoung.
That's the guy from UNLV, yep. So him and they have another former 5-star recruit from Oregon, CJ Walker. Dre Fuller's a North Carolina kid who can shoot a little bit. So I mean they have Adams, who's a really good wing. They have talent at every spot. They're not super deep, but their starting lineup's as good as anybody in the American. They're typically really good on the glass, but they got absolutely hammered at South Florida on the glass. Like it was like 56-23 or something, like out of nowhere. So I don't know what happened in that game. If it was just they took South Florida light, because South Florida's been playing awful. So, but I mean they just got crushed in every facet. But UCF's good. They got Mahan, who's a Texas A&M transfer, also a guard. So, you know, they're 5 or 6 guys. Basically, if they shoot it well, they're going to be tough to beat. If ECU can guard a 3-point line well, they'll have a shot.
So what does Dooley do? What kind of lineup should we expect tonight? We haven't seen a ton of Brandon Johnson lately. I talked about that with Cy earlier, and he basically said, you know, if Vance Jackson's playing the way he is and he's your 5, you can't take him off the court. So is this another one where they might go to a smaller lineup, or do they go big?
I think you got to go big because they're likely going to have DeYoung or whatever that guy's name is.
Is he all inside? Like, does he perimeter at all?
He's the inside guy.
All right.
And Reynolds, who's, again, he's kind of bullies his way in because he's 280 pounds. So one of those guys will likely be on the floor at most times. So you'll likely either have Johnson or Luigi or Frank. I think Frank's a good matchup because ECU's kind of been bullied in this matchup in the past. I think the guard plays a good matchup. You know, I think Tremont matches up well with Perry. I think Newton matches up well with Mahan or the green guy who can shoot threes, as well as Suggs. And I think it's a really interesting matchup, C.J. Walker versus Vance Jackson, because Vance is more of a perimeter 4. Walker's more of like a super athletic inside drive dunk type of 4. You know, do they match up? If so, how do they match up? I think there's some pretty good matchups in this game, honestly. I think it's a fairly even game with ECU playing at home.
I feel like I didn't watch a ton of Cincinnati. We're doing sports trivia. We had it on. I couldn't watch a lot of it, but last game, Vance at times this year, for most of the year, has looked like he was just allergic to stepping inside the 3-point line. Has he been doing that more though? Getting rebounds, head fake, dribbling inside, giving them the dummy Igoe, like you said, like
dummy step.
Does it feel like he's maybe getting a little more physical, more inside stuff going?
I just think he's playing more with his back to the basket. It didn't work as much versus Memphis, but what was the game prior to that? Cincinnati. He backed a few guys down when he had a matchup, and you know he had Davenport on him, who was 6'6", 6'7", and Vance is 6'9". He was kind of backing him down.
Because he's got the body for it.
He has to play physical. It's not really his game, but he's got to do it some just so he's not a perimeter-only guy. Now, the one thing, there's like an instance every game where the ball comes off the rim, and he's not a great rebounder, so he doesn't go for the ball. And if he can start doing that more consistently, I like his game to even take another level. I mean, he's rebounded the ball at a decent rate, but there's still some loose balls he needs to go after.
There was one in particular that was weird the other night.
He just kind of like watched it go by.
Yeah.
I don't know if his like perception is off at times or what.
What'd you think of the starting lineup? Was that the first time we had seen that particular lineup against Memphis? We had Felton in the starting lineup and Frank and Tremont.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all those guys were coming off the bench earlier this year.
Yeah, it was an interesting lineup. Part of it's because JJ was out. Also because Suggs was coming off such a poor game against Cincinnati.
That's true. That's facts.
It was.
Yeah.
By the way, great job of hitting the iceberg and then steering yourself back into the open ocean. I mean, that was incredible by the captain there.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I just think Suggs is honestly, he's always been a really good 6 man or kind of that glue guy.
He played 30 minutes. I mean,
yeah.
What? We're talking real basketball right now.
30 minutes it's hard to tell with anything Brandon Suggs. I feel like you're going to take a shot or something.
I'm taking shots. You're the one that takes shots.
I just like to get on your nerves, man. It's hilarious.
And you do it quite well. Tremont has kind of
Tremont's
been
played really well, man.
Unsung. Now he's 4 of 12 from the field. He's 3 of 7 from deep. They're leaving him open.
Yeah, they're leaving him in that corner, and it's like he's either hitting them all or hitting none.
Yeah.
And he hit his first 3 and then missed the rest.
Tristan Newton, you will never see this. 6 turnovers for him the other night.
Yeah, he was making some bad passes.
But I feel like he'll clean that up.
And Memphis, again, a lot of those were just like, trying to throw the ball, and the guy just leaps up and tips it, and it gets picked off because they're so good. But, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Rebounding, lazy passes, and consistent defense, like those 3 things, you have to clean those up if you want to consistently win in this league, because you're always going to have some type of offensive scoring drought in a game. But if they can play better defense in those stretches and not see the other team going like a 13-0 run, then it just becomes much easier to have consistent success.
All right, Igoe, great to have a full show with you talking basketball. And not just kind of bridging the gap to baseball. So they can win tonight. We got something going here. So looking forward to it.
If they win tonight, that leads into a nationally televised game against Houston on Saturday.
On the Deuce.
Where the Pirates will try to make it 2 in a row against a top 10 Houston team.
I like that. I like the sound of that. All right, hoist the colors. Moving along. What are you guys doing over there?
We're covering East Carolina athletics. We're writing about Pirates and covering the games.
Writing about Pirates.
Writing about Pirates. We got a feature coming up on Blackbeard. And
nice.
But no, we're obviously covering all the games and diving into recruiting. It should be a pretty big recruiting weekend or two in the next coming weeks. I don't know what the weather's going to do with it looking kind of sketchy this weekend. They were supposed to have some recruits coming in. I don't know if they're going to have to postpone that or what, but should have some info on that.
You're doing an article, what I know, what I think.
Yeah, 3 things I know, 3 things I think. Yeah, that's one of our.
I'm a big horse to colors. What are you scoffing at over there?
This that you didn't. You're a big guy, big fan, and you didn't know the name of it.
Nah,
he got it. What I know, what I think. He just forgot 3 things.
3 things.
What I know, what I think.
He only reached one thing and then moved.
Among the players I saw Saturday at Minji's Coliseum, saw Mason Garcia.
Wow,
at the game.
So he hasn't transferred yet. He has not hit the portal.
No.
And by my sources, his intention is to stay. So.
Has anybody hit the portal since we last talked, Steven?
Well, we last talked a week ago, and no.
Yeah.
I mean now that the semester started.
Has anybody gone pro? No.
Yeah, now that the semester started, it should.
I'm seeing
well, let's see.
Let's see now. Wait.
Thanks for hanging out.
What are you
Steven.
seeing?
I was just going to say, I'm seeing these former Pirates committing to new schools. Nolan Johnson going to Miami of Ohio.
Yeah,
home of Big Ben.
That was a good fit for him. Their semester, the weird thing is their semester doesn't start until late January, so he can still get into school there, whereas ECU started January 10th. So, it makes for some different deals as far as getting guys in.
You know, it's so funny. I don't even factor in that with college football.
You just think of it as
it's just a football team. So, like, it doesn't matter. What do you mean?
The academic side, man, there's so much mess and hoops to jump through. Like, ECU's working on getting a kid late into school right now, but they got to work with, the admissions office to do that. By the way, did y'all hear that John Moody's daughter, I think, is on the tugboat?
Yep. She is. Why do you bring that up?
Just found Chandler bringing it up yesterday. It was rather hilarious. I still think it's a bit. I don't believe that it's real.
It is.
What's a bit?
Me bringing things up after the fact.
Oh, I see what we're doing now. That is not a bit. That can't be.
It is, guys.
Earlier today,
that one was too obvious.
Earlier today, we had Garrett Short on the show to get to know him from WNCT Channel 9. After the segment, Chandler said, "Did you ask him about ECU baseball?" And I was like, "Nah, we'll have him on again. We'll bring it up." He said, "I was going to, but I was scared you had already asked him about it, and I didn't want to bring it up again." So he's in his own head, Igoe. It's real. It's a real thing.
It's a bit.
I don't know. If it is, it's a pretty genius bit by you, I'll say. Because you're playing it straight. So good job. All right, Steven, we'll see you in Mingus Coliseum.
Mingus.
Mengus Arena, right? Who called it that the other day?
Mengus Arena.
At Will.i.am Arena.
Shirley Rose.
Coliseum at Menges Arena.
Open up the Pirate Radio Booty. Bad. Booty, 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 booty everywhere. 317-1250 is the number. Shirley, what are we giving away on this Super Tuesday?
Large 2-topping pizza courtesy of Domino's.
All right, you can be a winner. 317-1250. What caller are we looking for?
5.
Caller 5. 317-1250. We're back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get an all-new 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 and save up to $2,000 off. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Domino's week-long carry-out deal means you can carry out 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each every day. That's right, $7.99 each, and every day means any day. But just in case there's any confusion, we've set up a helpful website to confirm if today's a day you can carry out 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each at Domino's. Just go to howaboutoday.com to find out if Domino's week-long carry-out deal is valid today. Spoiler alert, it is. Carry out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary. Excludes extra large and specialty pizzas. Crust availability varies by size.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Hey dads, it's back. Plan to join us for our 6th annual Daddy-Daughter Dance Friday, February 11th at Rock Springs. This event will be a fun night of games, music, photo keepsakes, raffle tickets, and of course, dancing. Best of all, 100% of the proceeds will go to Daughters for Dads, which supports local families affected by cancer. Sponsorship opportunities are also available. Purchase your tickets today by going to eventbrite.com and search for Daughters for Dads. We will see you Friday, February 11th at Rock Springs.
If you wake up in the morning with a backache, feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed, you probably need a new mattress. And the best place to get that mattress is Factory Mattress. Hi, I'm Kirk Smith, General Manager. For more than 40 years, Factory Mattress has been Greenville and Wilson's local mattress dealer. We guarantee the lowest price on the area's best selection with over 50 models to choose from. No seconds or overruns. Factory Mattress offers only first quality direct from the manufacturer. Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. The most highly trained sales associates with over 60 years of combined experience. Same as cash financing with 0 interest up to 48 months and free local delivery. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. So sleep better knowing you saved money at Factory Mattress. Locally owned on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, on Forest Hills Road in Wilson, on the web at factorymattressusa.com, and a proud member of Pirates Supporting Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom with Team Coop Strong. We want to invite you to the Coop Strong race on March 19th. This unique race has a 4-mile course, a ruck division, and an awesome after party. Proceeds support the local nonprofit Coop Strong, which provides financial support for those fighting ALS, scholarships in memory of Dr. Nelson Cooper, and funding for ALS research. You can sign up at runtheeast.com and follow Coop Strong on Facebook for all of the details. As always, we appreciate your support, and go Pirates!
It's a new year and we have some exciting news at Angel Oak Home Loans. This is Talbot Green and I would like to introduce you to the newest member of our team, Braxton Green. I've known Braxton his entire life because he's my nephew. He is also a recent ECU graduate and has lived in Eastern North Carolina his entire life.
This is Braxton Green and I'm looking forward to working with you with your next home loan or refinance. Give us a call at Angel Oak Home Loans today at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250 and 685842. Equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Congratulations to Preston Morgan of Robertsonville. Picked up a large 2-topping pizza courtesy of Domino's. Domino's of Greenville has 3 locations to take care of you. Every day, all 3-topping pizzas are only $7.99 each for carry-out only. Order online today at Domino's.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, back with you here on Pirate Radio Live. I feel like we've moved on from this conversation, but it just keeps coming back to us. Josh Thomas says, with only 2 rows in the courtside section, couldn't it be said that Chandler's courtside seats tickets are the nosebleed of courtside?
But you did say courtside.
Well, and then Chandler, by the way, you said that since we're in row 2, it is elevated, right?
So we're not on the floor.
We're not on the court. We're above the court. This is getting worse and worse.
Oh, boy.
This is now
we have to be able to see over the people in front of us.
Yeah, true.
So it is on a platform, and we sit on that platform.
I've given away our only other tickets, so I want these seats, Chandler.
Yeah, I hope you do,
because you do have the right.
You've been talking a lot of crap about them all week.
I am nervous that we'll get, because you have the tickets on your phone. I am nervous that we'll get there, and you'll scan yours. And then just look at me and like,
see ya.
Nope. And just walk in without me.
I haven't even thought about that. But
of course you haven't.
That might be a possibility.
I mean, you do reserve the right to do that.
And they're going to say, well, what about this fellow with you?
He's got my ticket on his phone.
And I'm going to be like, who? And I'm like looking around you. Who? Who? This guy right here. Oh, I don't know that guy.
Walk right Sir, am I on the Sugboat yet?
Oh.
It's good.
He could use it as leverage.
Leverage holder.
Yeah.
Oh.
Blackmail, yeah.
Am I on the Sugboat? And you're like, oh, no. And I'm like, am I on the Sugboat?
Scan the ticket, lady. Scan it. It's going to be a whole situation there tonight.
Nah, I'll let you in, man. I'm excited. I like watching basketball games with you.
Yeah, we have fun.
I mean that. I've enjoyed sitting with you in 213 with your dad, and I appreciate you letting me do it.
And you know what? We're undefeated. Am I not supposed to say that? We just had a discussion with Igoe, and Chandler and y'all seem to think that pointing out that we haven't lost a home game is somehow going to jinx it.
Well, aren't you like a superstitious guy too?
Yeah, but that's
like I cannot stand when an announcer says, "Oh, so and so hasn't missed a kick from beyond 35 yards this season." Boom.
Yeah, I just feel like this is different. This is like you're stating.
You're stating a fact.
If you write an article that says East Carolina can't lose at home this year, or East Carolina,
those announcers are not saying that the kicker cannot miss from. They're saying he has not missed.
I know. I just feel like this is different.
I'm superstitious with records. I'm superstitious. Like in basketball, I'm superstitious with the free throw.
Free throws, yeah, I think that's a different thing. But just going into a game saying East Carolina's 10-0 at home, that doesn't feel like a jinxable offense to me.
I know, and I tell you what, and they're doing a good job of promoting it, and it to credit to this crowd and the student section for the attendance that they have done and the stuff that they've done this year to help ECU pull out of these games, because we've mentioned it several times. ECU's been in just about every single game this season.
Yeah, the student turnout has looked really good this year.
Yeah, so I think that's just trying to help get people back out there to Minji's.
For sure.
Troy's got a good point here. Shirley, can we hear the Sugboat theme again, please, while we're talking? Troy said,
the Sugboat.
Hopefully Chandler's phone battery doesn't die before the game.
On 50%.
What? Charge it.
At the buzzer! At the buzzer!
Why are you going to charge it?
No, this is fun.
The Sugboat.
And you're on it? You're using apps? This is like, you are flirting with disaster. He's got a charger right there.
I don't care. It's like I'm drowning in a pool, and then like they're like, "You want us to save you?" I'm like, "Nope."
You're like Kramer when he's on E on empty, and instead of pulling off to get gas, he just floors it and says, "Let's."
But look, I've got it in the save battery mode, so we are fine. We are good.
Oh my God! Why? I mean, you are flirting with disaster for no reason at this point.
Eating up.
This is being cocky. If you believe in superstitions and you're acting like this, your phone's not even going to work by the time we get there. You're going to drop it. This is terrible. This is terrible. All right. I saw where Zach, superfan Zach, leading the Maniacs, says he's taking the over on 12 people wearing sunglasses.
There you go.
I kind of said that while we're talking about jinxes as a reverse jinx. You expect little and receive a lot.
By 12, you meant 1,200, obviously.
Sure.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't want to over expect something and be disappointed. I'd rather under predict and it over deliver. So there you go. All right, let's take our last break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Tell you what's up ahead later on this week. We're back with you after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in ENC. Open 7 days a week. Plus, the Buck has live music every night, along with football. The Buck has a brand new 15-foot 4K screen, the only one in Greenville, and over 18 big screens with all your college and pro action. Sunday Fun Day will also be stocked with the biggest Bloody Mary and Mimosa bar, along with the NFL Sunday Ticket and food trucks out back. Check out the Buccaneer Music Hall. Open every day, noon until 2 a.m., with live music every night, and now football and food trucks during the day.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
The best place for delicious food and great prices is Familia. Familia has something for everyone, like New York-style pizza, lasagna, chicken, veal, or eggplant parmesan, homemade meatballs, plus a variety of seafood selections and favorites, like the steak burger and southern pork chop. If you need food to go, Familia's drive-thru window is open and ready for all takeout orders. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College, and FamiliaNC.com.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. Quite simply, one of the best ever basketball performances at ECU. Here's who next.
The Pirate Radio Podcast.
Chancellor Philip Rogers. I think what I enjoy most during the day is engaging with students. I try to get out on campus, regardless of what my schedule looks like, and be present and visible with our students each and every day. And I like to do the same with our alums and with our local community members, because I'm one person. I've got a set of eyes and ears, but I like to think about my leadership role through the lenses of the people who are a part of this community and who we're serving at ECU. And I think the best way to do that is to spend time with them.
Listen to every Pirate Radio podcast now by visiting our podcast channel and subscribing in Apple iTunes or SoundCloud.
If you were at Williams Arena Minges Coliseum on January the 5th, you witnessed one of the best Pirate basketball performances ever. Sophomore guard Tristan Newton from El Paso scored 14 points in overtime to lead ECU to an 88-80 win over Tulane. To say the 6'5 product took over the game would be an understatement. He dialed in threes from all over the court. He finished drives to the rim. He made free throws and came up with big defensive plays. After the game, it was a standing O from the Pirate faithful and a lot of high fives from his teammates who were equally at awe watching his performance. After we finished our interview on the radio network, Tristan said, "I need to call my brother." Well, his brother is Jawan Newton, who plays at Evansville. He's the big brother who's awfully proud of his little brother, as we all are. Come on back again next time, and we'll visit inside the booth.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Matt Driscoll. Please join us at AJ Fletcher Music Hall or live stream on February 17th at 7:30 p.m. when Durward Ensemble will be on the campus of East Carolina University presenting works from our upcoming album, Prophetic Revolutions, and a world premiere by ECU alumna and Miss America 2019, Nia Franklin. If you would like to learn more or support our group, go to our website, durwardmusic.com. We look forward to seeing you Thursday, February 17th.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Hi, this is Brian Meador from East Carolina Athletics. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a quick look at your stock market report. The Dow was down 543 points at 35,368. NASDAQ was down 386. at 14,506, and the S&P was also down 85 points at 4,777. That is a look at your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, Shirley Rhodes, a quick look at our Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update presented by Da Buck. Baylor had a big lead. West Virginia fought back, and Baylor did take a 4-point lead into halftime, 37-33 over West Virginia. That game going on right now. East Carolina set to tip off about an hour from now in Minges Coliseum, taking on Central Florida. UCF, a 3-point favorite in that one. We got a couple of former Pirate basketball players joining us Thursday on the show. Reed Lose from the late 80s days, and Akeem Richmond from, I guess it's been 8 years ago now. It's been a while since Akeem has been here. Thank you for that, Chandler. But Akeem was at the game on Saturday, so we'll talk about this current team, some of his memories, some of his pro career as well, when he joins us coming up later on this week. Let's say goodbye for the day. Shades man, CJ, we'll see you tomorrow. Shirley Rhodes, have a good evening. Chandler Honeycutt, I'll see you in a few.
I'll see you in about 30 minutes.
On the second row at Minges Coliseum.
Second row boys.
The second row boys will be there.
Platform boys.
Not courtside. We'll be wearing our platforms and getting ready for ECU and the UCF. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in today. We'll see you Wednesday, 3 o'clock for an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington.